Hello everybody and welcome to StruggleR Season 2 Race number 9. You can see that picture in front of you, you know what's up. It's Final Fantasy VII time. We are going to be getting straight out of Midgar today. But before we do that, let me allow myself to introduce myself. Hi, my name is Galibs and words are hard. I am joined today, of course, I'm not all on me Todd. Gegging in on the convo, it's only the Bezzy at the Resi. It's Quantum Player 1. You alright, lad?
Hello, mate. Yeah, I'm not bad, thank you. How are you?
That was my best impression at Scouse slang, and I really hope that it wasn't so sad and pathetic.
What was it, Bestie at the Resty?
Bezzy at the Resi.
Okay, no comments, but thank you for the introduction. It's great to be here.
I gather I'm a bit of a woolly southerner, but at least I didn't do the accent, right?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm great, thank you. I've not long finished work, so that's always a great feeling. And also, I'm excited to see two absolute titans of the video game arena take it to one of the best games ever made. I'm very excited, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And it's lovely to have you as your first commentary gig for StruggleR. Hopefully one of very many to come.
Thank you. It's an honour, honestly. Yeah, I hope I do a good job and get given a second crack at the whip.
You're I think you're up Saturday, so yeah.
Yeah, well, a lot can change before then.
That is true. But before we get on to exactly what's going to change today in the form of several freedom fighters making their way through the city of Midgar, we will just transition over to the StruggleR screen. This is brought to you by the Wheel of Struggle. For those who don't know, I mean, nearly everyone here is a struggler. In fact, I'm looking at the chat. It's exclusively strugglers, so I'm preaching to the choir right now. But if you are watching this on YouTube and you're a bit curious as to what it is that we do, we are... Oh, it's saying encoding overloaded. Hopefully I'm still coming through.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well,
I can hear you.
Well, yeah, I would appreciate it if stream could let me know that I'm coming through, okay? Welcome in Ashnut, welcome in Kramit, welcome in Mr. Matt Internet, Quantum P1, I see you snooping in the chat as well. You are. Bitrate issue with the checkering, probably. You're still coming, Garlips. Oh, good. I'm glad to know that I'm still coming. I think it might be I think it might be the GIF, to be honest with you. I think the GIF is just shitting itself and dying. So you know what? I'm just gonna. Hang on, that's the wrong GIF. I'm gonna turn that GIF off. Hopefully that'll improve things. You all know what it looks like anyway. But yes, I'm here to tell you today that we are brought to you by the Wheel of Struggle. We're a gaming group that play different games every week based on a wheel spin and compete for points. It's kind of like a book club for games, where the points don't matter except they're everything, and they really do matter. And rivalries and friendships are forged in fire in the wheel. If that interests you, please head to wheelofstruggle.com for more information. You can join our Discord. You don't even have to take part if you don't want to. You can just kind of ride up, take a seat, and see if you like what you look at. But... enough about all that. Let's move on to the next screen where we introduce our racers. We have today the effervescent, the wonderful, the sparkling HandsomeStrife.
Hello. Can I talk now? Is that okay?
Yes, I said your name and you talked. It's great so far. You're doing great.
Yes, great success. I've won.
I don't think we can call that quite yet, but you are the favorite.
I've heard this rumor.
I've heard it.
Yes. Hello, everybody. I am HandsomeStrife, and I will be attempting to run Final Fantasy VII. Get out of Midgar, per se.
Yeah. And you are joined by your competitor here, DeccyF.
Oh.
You don't get any adjectives or things after your name. It's just DeccyF.
But
capital letters. Hot off your recent victory against Adrian's Revenge at Crash Bandicoot.
I wouldn't say hot off it. I'm still nervous as hell.
No, come on, we celebrate the W's.
Yeah. We do.
Z is here for Decky Titties. Unfortunately, that poster is not on this computer, sadly. But feel free to download it and save it at home for your own personal use whenever you want to from the Discord.
I'm wearing a costume right now.
That's awesome. So I'm just gonna boost IQ. You're a little bit quiet for me, and I'm not sure why, but I'm going to just boost you a little. Hang on a second.
Oh God.
There we go. I think that will help.
Sorry.
No, you're good, you're good.
I need a new microphone. That's probably part of it.
I need my computer. I wish I had my computer right now. I'm on my wife's laptop, and yeah, everything is held together with spit, so... but yes...
This little spit, wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I went to, what is it? Cora? Or, no, what's the tech one? Anyway, a Stack Overflow. I went there, and apparently you just spit on it, so...
Okay.
Yeah, it seems to be working. Anyway,
I'll give that a go.
where am I? So, Final Fantasy VII. We'll talk about the game in a minute. What am I doing? Look, why don't you, Q? You've got the document up, yes?
Yeah.
Feel free to head through with HandsomeStrife on all of our little bits and pieces.
Sure. Okay. HandsomeStrife, you know the drill, right? You know exactly what I'm about to ask. Right?
No.
What?
I know nothing.
I guess we'll have to do this. We'll have to do a first rehearsal all over again. So, you like playing video games, right? Is that
sometimes?
That's what
yeah.
I've got on my notes here. Sometime, okay, that'll do.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us, some history of your core memories of playing this game in particular?
I've never played this game before. This is going to be my first run. And I'm still the favorite. So it's crazy, right? Deck must be terrible at this game. No, so this is like one of the first like proper games that I got. I think this is the first JRPG I ever played, and I got given it to me on Christmas Day from my parents. So I'd asked for a PlayStation and this specific game, namely because obviously Deck being my cousin, I was over his one day, and I think we were watching. We had a PlayStation demo disc that we were looking at in his house, and the trailer for Final Fantasy VII came up on that, and we were both speechless at how amazing it looked. So I asked for a PlayStation and that game for Christmas. Christmas Day came, and my parents, like before we went downstairs, they went, "Look, we couldn't really afford to get you a PlayStation 1 on the game." So I was like, "Oh, well, okay." I was a bit bummed out, but like I was like, "Oh, it's fine." So went downstairs, opened the presents, and they go, "Oh, we got a surprise for you." Opened, gave it me this other box, opened it, and it was the PlayStation. And I was like, "What? Oh my god!" And Final Fantasy
tricked you.
And then they tricked me real good. And I played it all day. I played it for like 6 hours. They had to come and like drag me away to get me for Christmas dinner because I was just so invested in it. And I think the first time I played it for, I think maybe 16 hours, and I got to the end boss, and I couldn't beat the end boss because I had pretty much just rushed all the battles because I really didn't understand how.
16 hours.
Yeah,
Are you human?
But here's the thing: like, I was so under-leveled, and just like I ran away from all the battles. So when it came to like those final battles, I was too low level to do it, and so I couldn't complete the game.
That's so
and then I gave my friend was like, "Oh, like where you did it in that time." So I gave him my memory card. He took it home and conveniently deleted the save. So I had to play through it again and complete it. And then since then, it's just been like a staple of my existence, to the point where now this year I'm going to be speedrunning every single Final Fantasy VII game. And this race is like a nice little prelude to that, to learn the first part of Final Fantasy VII OG.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you mentioning when I was in your stream when you were on a practice run that you were going to be going through, or like, is the whole compilation of FF7 you're going to be looking to speed run?
Yeah, so
or is it beyond that?
Just the whole compilation. So the 6 games altogether, we'll be looking. So once the race is done in February, I'm going to be looking at starting Crisis Core Reunion, which is the remake of Crisis Core because it's on the PC. Then we're going to be doing Dirge of Cerberus on the PlayStation 2. Then Final Fantasy VII Remake, then 7 Rebirth, and then finally finishing off with the OG Final Fantasy VII speedrun. Did I miss one in there? I feel like I missed one.
You probably missed several because there's that many different spin-off FF7
Yeah.
now, and it's just a shame because like they're probably all good games in that, but I can't pay any attention to any of them because they're just not canon. And
Yeah.
even even remakes not canon. The FMV, the film, where it's not canon. The only thing is they don't realize that it's actually me who has got the authority to decide what's canon in the FF7 universe, and Squaresoft don't even pay any attention to me, so it doesn't really matter what they do in the end. But I know where you're coming from with that. When I had a demo disc and I had it wasn't even playable. It was just a video of all different clips, and that blew my mind. And got me so excited for the game before it even landed. So I'm with you there. In terms of the series, then, is this your favourite? Or is
I think OG. I think 7 is my favorite of all the Final Fantasies. I don't rate. Well, no, that's not true. Oh yeah, I love remake. I loved it. I didn't. I think the end. So I've played through them all. I've completed them all of the Final Fantasy 7 series, and I loved remake. I think the ending of remake threw me for a loop, and I wasn't really sure what to think, and I was a little disappointed. But I've since kind of like listened to other people's opinions on it, and some talk about it, and I've kind of like realized that like this is at least for me, in my personal opinion, this is like the correct way to go about doing this piece, because it allows them to actually extend the universal lore as opposed to a straight one-for-one remake where we know exactly what we're getting now.
Yeah, it was,
can surprise us.
It was always going to be impossible to please everyone with something that's so beloved, so classic. I've not played the remake yet myself, so I reserve my judgment, but it's well received and a lot of people do really like it, so it's obviously not a load of crap.
I mean, I highly recommend it. I know people have, like you say, there are mixed feelings about it, but it got Game of the Year. I think the majority, like 95% of the fans, like enjoyed the game. There's it's the more die-hard, unflexible people like Garlips who are, bitter about it all.
I'm famously on the record about this, and I will always be.
I think there's nothing wrong with a bit of purism. I lean that way with myself sometimes, probably why I haven't played it. But yeah. So, in terms of this battle then, you're going against Decky. You've got a quote of a fighting talk that do you want to say that for us? Give us your fighting talk.
God, I don't remember what it is. Hang on, I'll get it up on Discord.
I'm already so excited that this is intense.
This is the story of every StruggleR race. It's just we said, like, what's your fighting words? And like, oh, fuck, I wrote that 2 months ago. I don't fucking remember.
Oh, yeah. Let's hope you don't have any tech issues to fall back on as I leave you in the slums.
Oh, Decky! And one word, please, if you could give us to represent this overall experience in your mind.
Penis is what I wrote.
Do you still stand behind penis?
I always stand behind penis.
Okay.
I never forget about the balls, but I was given just the one word.
That's fair.
So.
Okay, well.
I'll hand you back over to Gallops now, but I just want to say hello, everyone who came into chat that we ignored. Hello, welcome.
Yes, you're all there. Thank you for being here. DeccyF.
Hello.
As I said before, hot off the defeat of Adrienne at Crash Bandicoot. You are quite well known for a few games, I would say, on your stream, and Crash Bandicoot is one of them, and I would definitely say that Final Fantasy VII is one of them too. Like, a lot of your redeems, your music and stuff is all Final Fantasy VII oriented, so could you tell us a little bit about where that started for you?
I think Strife kind of gave you a kind of starting background, but obviously from his perspective. So yeah, like obviously I was a lot younger than him. I didn't get Final Fantasy 2 a little bit later. However, we were just as obsessed with it. I went round his house and watched him play, and it was amazing. So much so that one of my first tattoos is of Cloud on my left arm. I love it. I love the films. I love all the spin-offs. Even though, as Q said, they're not technically canon, but I just love this game. I look at this game through nostalgia tinted glasses for sure. I don't think anything can put me off it.
I think a lot of us do. And as we've previously discussed, I feel like Square Enix are trying their hardest to put me off it, but they never will be able to touch this golden original in my eyes.
For sure.
And that's probably why this one is your favorite then. Do you have any other close contenders maybe for favorite Final Fantasy VII? Favorite Final Fantasy after this? Although favorite Final Fantasy VII is also a legitimate question.
10's a very close second. I love 10. I've done a speed run of 10. It took me 16 hours. Still the worst in the world, but first in PAL. But it's
not to
10's
be scoffed at, even though you are the only one who competed.
But 10 definitely is a close second.
I just want to cover something briefly in the chat there. Mr. Matt Internet is he's trying to rile me up, but the simple fact of the matter is Deccy's victory against Adrienne has absolutely nothing to do with my defeat at the hands of Adrienne, okay? I mean, Adrienne is involved in both instances, but don't take away from Deccy's victory. He worked hard for that. Really, he thinks he's stabbing the knife in my ribs, but really, he's turning it on you, my friend, and that's not cool.
It's fine. It's Mr. Matt.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair.
He's neutral chaos.
So, moving on to your fighting talk, do you have the document open?
I do remember what it was.
Oh, you want to deliver it for us?
So normally I'm quite polite when it comes to these kind of things. However, now he's the favourite. However, I still want to give him a run for his money. If he messes up once, he's going to be left in the live stream, something along those lines.
He'll be riding the live stream, which I think is probably my favourite Metallica album. And you've got your one word here.
I wrote it because I was pumped at the time. However, nerves have got the better of me. I know it's tenacity, but I'm going to try my freaking hardest. That's my word. Heck. Try my hardest.
That's 3 words, Deck.
I'm having 3 words, all right?
If I was only allowed penis...
Yeah, if he can't have penis and balls... Well, maybe retroactively we should allow penis and balls if you want those as your 3.
I would love those as my 3.
Okay, cool. Can be arranged. Yeah, an extension. Wonderful.
Penis extension?
Yeah, just a quick penis extension.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Penis remake.
There's not on the council can't do.
And yes, well, that leads me very nicely onto the next screen as I explain to you all what we're going to be doing here today. Oh, one of my streams is not there. Hang on, let me just go refresh that real quick.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It is there for me.
Yeah, I think it's probably just been stopped and started since I refreshed it. I'm just going to refresh it. And boom, there it is. Yep, it's all fixed.
He's making me go insane with his constant scrolling of the menu.
I'm sorry, it's the nerves.
I don't think it'll go to a demo. I think it's fine.
Oh, chat is not displayed. Right, okay, let me fix that. It's helpful to know this stuff. Thank you, guys. So hang on. No, that's not the right one. The problem is I'm trying to do all of this on one screen about the size of a postage stamp, and it's just not quite working out. But if I just give this a little refresh, do we get chat now? I mean, I don't think it will refresh it until someone writes in chat. I'm going to write in chat and see if it pops up. Hey, there it is. Wonderful. So actually, we haven't been capturing any of the chat, which is good, really, because most of it was Mr. Matt Internet spreading lies. All fixed. Okay. So yeah, we're going to be playing Final Fantasy VII today, or rather our 2 races are. As we've covered already, it's a pretty fucking good game. It's easily the best Final Fantasy, which we feel confident saying because we know chat will agree with us. It's really nice to know that some things in life aren't divisive and can be universally acknowledged by everyone. So yeah, it's definitely the best Final Fantasy. It's the 7th one, magic, mecha, all that good shit. The rules... Now, this is, as I understand it, an any % race. Put simply, any speedrunning techniques, glitches, etc. are on the table and able to be utilized by both racers, such as guard skip, seventh heaven skip, and so on. There are going to be quite a few of those nifty tricks coming up, and hopefully we can cover those as they appear on your screen. Is there anything I'm forgetting, gentlemen?
No, sounds about right.
You had to play it naked.
Oh, I didn't get that rule. Excellent. Yes, I hope you are both naked because that is very important.
Now. Jesus, no one gave me the memo.
I also gather you won't be using save states, so manual saves are the order of the day.
Yeah.
Correct.
Fantastic. I can shut a tab and save like 10% of CPU usage. Wonderful. Oh, and I see we've got Return of Octobot here as well. It's a poor man's 8. No, it's 8's poor man.
Did he really say that?
Wow.
He did.
Did he actually say that? What?
No, he likes to trigger me.
Yeah. Look, anyone who's played that game knows that S-Star immediately removes it from the equation of good Final Fantasy. I do like some bit, like he's got a gun sword. That's kind of cool. Okay, he's got a fringe. I get it, but anyway, I'm allowing chat to make me digress.
Got a cool scar across his face.
Yeah.
No, he has a cool scar. Yeah, he does.
I mean, imagine if you got that like halfway through the game as character development. No, it's the opening FMV.
It's just all style, no substance. That one. But don't stay on the narrow. Don't let them get to you.
I still don't know what the plot is, and I've played it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I'm playing it right now. I don't know the plot.
It's one of those. Talking of the plot, gentlemen, so we were talking briefly before about the council being able to do anything they want. As you both know, you're running a certain version of the game today that has been edited. The script of the game has been largely edited in part here and there, and there are lots of little references and sly little storytelling elements dedicated to the Wheel of Struggle. If you're watching this live, you're probably not going to see a lot of them because our runners will be skipping past them as fast as possible. However, if you are watching on the VOD, you can turn it down to 0.25 speed and read everything to your heart's content. There also has been some talk about a stream in the next week or so from many or all of us playing, so that's also an option as well. If you want to see all of the little story bits and pieces that have been tweaked.
We're losing.
Uh-oh.
Stream's back.
Okay, stream's back. Hello, everybody. Unfortunately, yep, you missed the race, but congratulations, HandsomeStrife. First place. How does he do it? I mean, he sped ran it on his very first playthrough. It was in the stars.
So quick.
Yeah.
He did.
I hope you enjoyed it. It was great. It was good times.
Can't beat that. Can't explain
Couldn't
it.
believe what I was seeing. Honestly, incredible.
Of course, we are pulling your leg, but we are hoping now that everything is back to normal and a little bit better. No one's going robotic yet, which is a good sign, at least for me. And then everyone goes silent.
No, we're here.
Okay. What I've done is I've lowered the quality of the stream. I've lowered the quality of the audio. I have changed the way that it's rendering, and hopefully that will be enough. But yes, well done, chat. Please do remind everyone else to refresh if they haven't already, and we'll get ready to begin this race before anything else breaks.
Maybe lower the quality of the gameplay.
I can do that. I can do that.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Cheers, Dec.
Perfect. Right. Yeah, everything's looking good. So I think I shut chat because I can't. So I'm going to have to read chat off a tiny little OBS preview. But if I just make this a little bit bigger.
No, just load chat up on your phone.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. That's a great idea. What a good idea.
I'm full of them.
Should probably also help a little bit once we're muted for the gameplay. Be less encoding.
I don't think that's gonna.
No,
because it's all just coming through Discord, so I don't think it
I suppose. Yeah, right.
matter too much.
Cool.
Separate.
Right.
Yeah, Decky, get a clue.
I know, right?
God,
I've teched before.
It's my turn today, and it's going horrifically. But you know what? It's going to get a lot better from here on out. So everything looks good, my end. Let's get this race on the go. So you're both ready on new game. Once we count down and I say go, you will begin, and we'll be treated to a wonderful FMV that neither of you can skip. And I will mute and deafen both of you. We'll probably check in a couple of times. I think the race's kind of ETA is roughly between an hour and a half to 2 hours, basically. So we'll probably check in with you about half an hour in, maybe an hour in, something like that. We'll try to be not so disruptive.
Cool. All good.
Alrighty.
Good.
Excellent. Well, without any further, let me just double check that my button for starting the timer works, because I'm paranoid as fuck now. Yes, excellent. That works. Right. You know what? It's now or never, gentlemen. So let's go for it. I'm going to count you down in 5, 4, 3, 2. Wait. Whoa. Something just changed.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm so glad I started a countdown at 5 and not 3. What's happened there then? Let me just refresh the browser source.
I've got.
Oh yeah, we
it
lost
closed
Decky.
now.
No.
There it is. It's back. It's back. Fuck's sake. Oh, not today, Satan. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Good luck, lads.
Yes.
Thanks.
If all else fails, just keep running, and we will work out a way to catch back up with you.
Well, if you need us to, if something goes wrong, just get on and tell us to pause, because obviously with it being emulated, we can just pause it.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. All right. Okay, let's try that again. So we will be beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Good luck, gentlemen.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
And they are both muted and deafened.
In the lead.
He is. So welcome to the 2 to 3 minute unskippable FMV at the start of Final Fantasy VII. It's certainly a design choice to have the first minute just be a quiet amble through weird space. I've always thought this.
It is a very interesting one. It's annoying when you've seen it and you want to skip it, but at the same time, it kind of is atmospheric.
I think so, and it also kind of like sets the scene to say, look, this is going to be an adventure, but you don't be in a rush, okay? Like, you need to stop and smell the space. Scientists said space smells like eggs. I don't know if I believe that, although it makes sense. With all the aliens and stuff, yeah. Anyway, there's Eris.
Little specks of Mako.
I've got both audios coming through. Let me mute one. There we go. That's better.
That is better. Midgar, though, what a setting!
Oh,
Iconic.
yes.
Like, look at the cobbles. Look at the people. Look at that My Bloody Valentine poster. The traffic.
Goblin's Bar as well. I've always wanted to go there.
You know what? I should give Remake a go just because it'll flesh everything out more, just to see what it's like.
Yeah, well, this gives me a second to explain myself. Like, I would say Remake is a good time. Like, I didn't have a problem with it per se. It's more the plot elements that it employs. Especially people who pick it up and play it thinking, oh, I don't need to play the original, I can just play the remake. That's really a very bad idea.
You ever get the feeling that maybe parts of why FF7 was so genius was like just a multicultural accident?
Yeah, I think it's
like a translation.
It's also a culmination of factors all at once. Like it's got like an terrorist narrative. Like there's loads of things that say this should not be like as big as it is, but it just is. Right, my gameplay is lagging out a little bit. Right, first things first, Strife goes straight into the config menu. He's got a bunch of stuff he has to change. Crazy.
We're losing Gallops.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. Apologies for the huge tech issues that we've been having, but it seems as though in our darkest hour, a fishman has stepped forward. He has helped us. He is broadcasting the race. He won't be here, except in spirit, because he was actually in the middle of cooking when we interrupted him. So please do get back to that, Kythius. But thank you for saving the race. So unfortunately, it's just me at the moment because everyone else has dipped off for a quick cup of tea and a drink of water in the toilet. But as they filter back in and join us, we will be ready to begin. I actually need to get the restream open because now I'm watching as a spectator. So let me just do that, and we'll give everyone a minute or so to refresh and realize that we are live again. Hopefully, you will all pop in soon. Let me see if I can open the chat. How do I open the chat? I'm so discombobulated, and I apologize, everybody. I thought this laptop was up to the job, but it is absolutely not. So that's good to know. I'm going to go home and get my computer before the next race. So hopefully these problems will be a thing of the past when it comes to the races we have scheduled this weekend. But for now, we're just having to roll with the punches to get to what's real, which is what Van Halen sang in that song about jumping. So I think those words today have extra meaning, if you know what it's very profound. Let me catch up with chat. Let me talk to y'all. Thank you, Z. Thank you, Tater. Oh, you don't have to worry about editing it. I can do that. I can absolutely do that. You're working from home tomorrow, so you can broadcast if needed. We are not racing tomorrow, I think, but we are racing Saturday. And if you're talking about Saturday, you weren't down for the race on Saturday, but if you are, you can broadcast. It'll be. I think you are down for the race on Sunday. If you can broadcast that race, that would be helpful. Absolutely.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back, Q. You are live. Feel free to say all of the swears.
Please do not swear. Oh fuck. Hi. Sorry. Sorry. I just went to get a quick cup of tea during the downtime.
Fantastic. Yeah, we're talking to chat a little bit while we wait for everyone else to get back. Q's back to being quiet. I'm not sure what I can do about that from here. That's it's unfortunately it's a broadcaster end thing.
Unlucky me slag.
I think it's and unfortunately Kythius is very much kind of like putting us live and then disappearing. So yeah, we might just have to live and lump it, I'm afraid.
Okay. Maybe I can do microphone boost, but it's going to increase static as well.
I say it's worth a shot. See what happens.
Okay.
I mean, what else could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. How's that any better?
You do sound a little bit louder, at least my end.
Okay.
And there's not an awful lot of extra beep, so okay. I think it's worth it.
Okay, well that was only 25%.
Fantastic.
Maybe I could even go more.
Right.
Q's too loud.
Oh,
You're not welcome here, JR.
Oh,
Prime Labs, JR.
yeah. See, the problem is you've got like a kind of like a high-pitched whinnying sound in the background, and that becomes very exacerbated by the mic boost.
Okay.
I think maybe like a 25% was a sweet spot.
Okay.
Oh, and now it's disappeared.
It's weird. It comes and goes, but I need a new microphone.
We will have to source you one at some point. That sounds like a good shout.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Is everyone back?
I'm back.
Is the screen back?
Yes, we are live.
Yes, who's back?
I'm just getting my restream open so that I can watch the two races. Give me a moment here. I've got the chat open. This is good. This is good. Right. Okay.
I can continue from Shinra Tower. That's where I got up to before the stream crashed.
Nonsense.
Love it.
No one. Do you expect anyone to believe that, Decky?
Yeah.
Like we're idiots.
Okay, I've got chat open. One thing I haven't thought about is the starting of the timer.
Uh-oh.
So, Yeah, that's one thing. I don't know if Fish is still here and ready to start the timer or what.
Fish there.
Oh wait,
Again.
hang on. Did he send me a message? Time to start race from. We are ready to go. Feel free to listen to the countdown.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, I'm not looking at the chat. There we go. Now I understand.
I've been talking all this time on mute. Well done, me. I'm a clever boy. I said just start the timer and we'll just deal with it.
Oh, we just Strife. We've just been ignoring you.
Oh, okay, fair. Story of my life.
Okay, so I believe that Fish has no sound. So how will he know when to go? Like, do we just start the timer?
I think he's
just start the timer and then count us down.
Yeah, he's only muted, not deafened.
Okay, all right. Should we just try something really magic? Shall I just count down from 5 and see if it magically happens?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I feel like it's worth it at this point. Could we get some kind of hint that is going to be fine from the Wheel of Struggle account? He does say he has
I believe in magic.
I'm just going to.
Stormy can watch 2 streams in a row, then anything's possible.
Just have
yeah, I mean, it can't be higher than like 12, can it?
Nah.
That's what I mean.
I mean, if at the end of the day, I could always add a timer afterwards on the VOD, and we could just, go.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say,
what's going on?
Just have him start the timer now, and then.
Thank you.
Counts down. You're welcome.
Right. Okay. Sorry. No, knock on the door. Right. Okay. Yeah. That's what we'll do then. Okay. Let's count down in chat. Everybody, let's go together. 5.
5.
4.
4.
3.
3.
2.
2.
1.
1.
Go.
And the birds are go.
All right. You might hear from us again, gentlemen. I honestly don't know at this point, but good luck and thank you for rolling with the punches.
No, you're
good luck.
Good luck.
Oh, the timer started. We have action.
Oh, awesome.
Brilliant.
Right, they're both muted and deafened. Oh, look. This is a great opening, isn't it, Q?
Oh, yeah. That's an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's like atmospheric, but like you've got to wait a bit. What do you reckon it means?
Well, see, I know you might be being facetious, but there is actually like a genuine plot thing that's supposed to be happening here, and that is that like, as Eris directly inhales the green car exhaust of the live stream, basically she's seen the whole events of the game before they happen, so that's why her face shows up at the end. Yeah.
I didn't know that theory. That is actually interesting. I was just fishing for you to say, oh, it's kind of like making you say, take your time.
Oh. Well, see, I
That's
mean,
what you
like
said last time.
I did, didn't I?
But that's a better answer. I've learned something there.
Yeah, she's well. The whole idea is that she's supposed to like see all of the events before they've happened, so that she knows. I guess she knows, but I don't know, like if like then things are going to play out exactly like they did, or if like she's forearmed with knowledge and can change events.
Yeah, she definitely knows a lot more than she lets on in the story, and I think that's quite a powerful thing, especially through certain moments. I don't know how open we are to being spoilery for parts of the game we're not going to see, but there are certain moments where definitely, like, once you've realised what happens, you can tell what she knew at the time, and it makes it even more powerful.
Yeah, totally. Ah, here comes the train, everybody.
Love this.
So, some of you eagle-eyed viewers might have noticed, as we mentioned before, there are some changes to the script here. Barrett jumps off the train and he says, "Oi, cunt, it's race time," or something to that effect. And yes, both races also remarked upon the fact that potions are called Healy Juice when you pick them up. I think I've got every potion they might pick up, but I might have missed some. There it is. So I had a great amount of fun changing all of the script, or nearly all of the script. As we said before, there are a couple of bits that haven't been changed because some of the skips that the race are going to be doing today are based upon contextual clues. So we don't want to mess things up for them too much and make it different to the point they can't pull off those skips.
That'd be funny if we did inadvertently. That'd be like a sort of emergent element, an RNG element thrown in the mix.
Well, the beauty of it is they are both playing the same edited script, so they are going to be seeing the same things at the same time, and if it makes them pause, well, at least we can say that they both had the exact same exam sheet, so to speak.
Yeah, same input. What do we get different outputs based on what they're reading and the shock that they're experiencing?
Also, apologies to Kythius's risotto. If it's indeed burnt, we apologise.
Oh.
Right. By the way, I couldn't work out how to change the default names, so the names are defaulted still, as they usually appear. And our players here have also shortened it down to one character, so that it basically just appears quicker throughout the game.
Yeah, I was curious about that when I saw them practicing, but yeah, that's apparently the reason is so that each time that they say something, it doesn't have to do the rest of the letters, and it's over time gives you probably an extra nanosecond or two.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you see a lot in speedrunning, but like I'm sure someone has sat and crunched the numbers, but it does feel sometimes like it's not really a thing, but I guess it must be.
I think for the overall race, it probably is significant, but I think for getting out of Midgar, it's probably going to be fractions.
Oh, we're seeing our first deviation here. So we did talk earlier about a step count. And the thing with the step count is that it basically controls... Are you laughing at the dialogue?
Yeah. I don't know what I saw. I just saw like dog shit.
Watch this guy. I'm helping. And then Jesse says, I'm also helping.
Oh, brilliant.
It was great fun. I was up till fucking 3 a.m. this morning still finishing the script because I was like, no, I haven't done all of it yet. So the step count is basically random battles happen, and by using a very steady, careful step count, you can basically manipulate those encounters so that they happen basically like the least amount possible. And that's what Strife is going for that. Strife has been practicing that. I think Deck has very much said, I'm not going to be bothering with a step count, so we'll just see how it goes, and whether I wouldn't even be able to tell you if Strife gets off his step count at any point, but you will see some deviation probably here in the amount of random battles because of that.
Sometimes it's better to recognise that you're not going to be able to pull off a strat and not attempt it. You'll save time that way than attempting it and failing.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
Maybe prudence from Decky.
I mean, despite that additional battle, he's not that far behind, and Strife is now hitting his second one.
Like back in the day, we used to just open the PlayStation disc lid, and that'd turn the battles off.
Yeah. Oh, that's an oldie but a goodie. And I mean, it's funny you should mention that, because that is one of the main things that's involved with Final Fantasy VII speedrunning. There have been recent discoveries in the last year or so where basically this thing about going to a certain point on the map, then going to a different point on the map, but having the disc tray open basically means that you unload parts of the world map and you can skip to huge places ahead of, like, basically you can clear most of disc 1 that way.
It's a fascinating the way the game is made, because it's so like built on flags that like you can really break it and it'll still carry on chugging.
Yeah.
Most games, if they don't get the input they're expecting, they just cark it. But FF7 will trudge on through like all kinds of manipulation.
Yep. It's so much so, in fact, this most recent discovery that basically skips past spoilers, by the way, folks. Eris dies.
What?
You gotta be kidding me. But it now skips past the point where Eris dies, so Eris remains in your party for the rest of the speedrun now at this point.
Wow.
Oh, and some careful walking there from Strife, presumably again to adhere to his precious step count, which I will say is winning out for him at the moment, but not as much as I think he would hope. That's some cowpole materia, by the way. Oh yeah, I had some good fun.
Stuff.
Yeah. That screen that comes up says
that one.
That screen that comes up says, HandsomeStrife and DeccyF, you're in a coma. We're trying something new to reach you. Wake up, your family needs you. But yeah, I won't dwell on every single script bit because there are so many. But yeah, I might do a stream next week, hopefully, where I go through it and show you what I wrote.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be good fun to go through. It's just a shame that these guys just want to go quick, and you've put all that work in and they don't care. You
swear you just saw something about a blowy, Markman? You definitely did. This is what I'm hoping for, is that you'll just get the odd snatch of certain words appearing and you'll be like, what the fuck is... Yeah, snatch. Yeah, that's a well-chosen word. But we're both on to the Guard Scorpion now. Actually, you know, very, very close here, our two races so far.
They are. Now, I hope that they're remembering the strategy of attacking while its tail's up. Otherwise, we might be in trouble here.
Are you sure that it's that way around?
Well, that's what the game says.
Well, the game couldn't be wrong, could it?
That's exactly. So, you know, I just go by the official sources, and Barrett basically says attack while its tail's up. So, I assume both races are going to be following that strategy today.
I'm honestly, by watching these two practice recently for this particular race, I was kind of shocked. Like, 10-year-old me was shocked at how little grinding you actually have to do to get through Midgar. Although they do rely heavily on grenades, as you'll see coming up. So basically, grenades are a way of delivering like a specified amount of damage reliably every time. So quite a lot of grenade strats in this run.
I raced this game. We did a get out of Midgar as fast as we can race once, and I wasn't aware of the grenade strategy, but I learned about it the hard way by getting absolutely owned. So yeah, if you want to go fast, get grenades, especially early game. But there's not that much money up for grabs either in the early game, so
yeah,
sometimes a skip can be, you know, detrimental to your strategy.
Exactly. You kind of, and I think that's what happened with this recent discovery about skipping most of Disc 1 is I think people worked out that they could do the skip, and then they were like, okay, so now what do we need to actually make sure that we can play the rest of the game from this point on, skipping large amounts of like what were previously mandatory battles that would have helped with EXP and items and such.
Yeah. That's going to be the curious thing. If I think the lads were saying that they've got mostly the same strategy, but there is some divergence, and it's going to be whether, you know, they end up with enough money to buy the grenades they need.
Yeah.
If these skips are successful, it could get interesting. Might have to use their actual weapons.
They might have to use their actual weapons.
Yeah.
I know, shocking.
That's why they can't be unequipped, is in case you run out of grenades.
Totally. But don't worry, I think there's something here to pick up. It's Healy Juice, yeah. Oh, a random battle just before Jesse there. Oh, maybe this is a random battle with Jesse. That would be nice.
You'd love that.
I would love that personally, yeah.
See, I don't get the big... Like, there's a big fan base that's built up around Jesse, basically from Remake Jesse, I think.
Remake Jesse definitely stepped it up a notch.
I've never, like, I don't dislike Jessie. I only know her from the original. I've got no opinion of her, really. She's about 5 polygons.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I definitely was one of those people that, you know, I've always been Cloud X Tifa, and there are quite a few instances in this script where I make that very plain. In fact, I think nearly every line that Eris has is about how she should fuck off and die. So everyone treats her badly. Like, you know, later on in the game where they go, like, we've got to go and save Eris. They're like, oh no, we've got to make sure Eris is dead. Like, let's go.
It's funny, yeah. It's funny because that's exactly what happens later in the game. She fucks off and dies.
Exactly. It's foreshadowing, you see.
Yeah.
It's a literary device.
It's like you had a premonition.
But yeah, so basically, at the moment, our players are racing to get out of the reactor. The bomb is set, and the timer is going, and it won't stop until they get to the screen past this one. So we just got to make it out, and then yes,
I love it.
Yeah, there's all kinds of nuggets in here. At one point, I got so lost in the source, I was like, I don't think they're even going to see this. Why am I writing it? Anyway, there it goes.
Dedicated to the art.
Of course. Yeah, like I always appreciate a good quality shitpost. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there it goes. There's Reactor 1. So we do have HandsomeStrife in the lead here now. Not by much, but, you know, a sort of 10 to 15 second lead. Maybe slightly more. Oh shit, wrong wire.
I just saw
Quite often, you know, all of the diatribes and the rants that Barrett goes on about Shinra are basically replaced with talking about the council and the wheel and their hidden agenda and how awful they are. So yeah, that's quite fun. But yeah, these two races are remarkably lock and step at the moment. There's not much separating them, just a few seconds here.
It is. It's close. It always fascinated me that the My Bloody Valentine poster, like, just it's a strange inclusion.
Yeah, I think there's quite a lot of this in Japanese games and anime. I mean, like, the one example everyone points to is JoJo's, where, like, basically the guy likes bands, so it just included characters with the names of bands. And
okay,
yeah,
I think it's a cool thing, but maybe it's one of the only things in this game which is like a reference to the real world, so it kind of feels a bit out of place.
Yeah, a little incongruous. But
it fits it also fits at the same time. I think the girl is not actually on the album cover. She's an original inclusion, if I'm right. I think it's just the name of the album.
Yeah,
I love this bit. This is one of the first bits where, like, I was just like, oh my god, this, like, I was already entranced, but this bit would make me just go, what the hell am I playing here?
Totally. A friend at school told me I had to borrow this game off him, so I took it home, and this was my, unless you count Pokemon Red and Blue, this was my first JRPG. Yeah, like, they are a JRPG and they're not, so yeah, no, this was my first foray into anything Final Fantasy or JRPG related, and yeah, it left a huge impact on me.
Yeah, same. I think part of what was so impactful is that a lot of the tropes of the genre I hadn't experienced them before, so they all caught me off guard and they all worked fully.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'd played so many,
first exposure to them, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas if I'd been more like seasoned in the genre, I'd be like, well, I know that I don't need to do that right now. It's just trying to egg me on, type of thing.
Totally.
So yeah, it was very impactful.
Right, so we're coming up to a skip, actually, believe it or not, that I believe both of our races will be trying to do. It's called Jesse Skip, and basically involves, like, activating... there's this... if you walk out of the carriage, you get this guy come and say, go back in the carriage, you're not supposed to come down here. If you do that at exactly the same time as you talk to Jessie, you basically skip her cutscene where she explains all about Midgar. So...
Nice.
Yeah, it saves, I would say, a good minute. So I think both of our races will be trying for it here, but I do believe they only get one chance. So we'll see how this goes.
If you had one shot,
one opportunity,
would you capture it?
Yeah. Oh, it's late o'clock, by the way. 13:37 a.m. I tried not to edit too much in here because Dec uses some of this as the dialogue windows as prompts, like, to help him, so I didn't want to touch too many things, but I did play around with some stuff.
But ultimately you did, and now he's going to be messed up.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'd be my fault. I mean, like, what else could go wrong today? Oh, I think Strife got it, or maybe
Phenomenal.
not.
We'll find out if we start.
I think he's trying again,
graphics.
actually. So I might have misspoken. I think you might get a couple of goes at this. Oh, no, he skipped it. It was successful. So now we'll see if Dec will get the same skip.
Jessie's just offered sex.
She did, yeah. She's hot for it.
Oh my god.
Anytime. Oh, and Deck unfortunately has not got the skip. So
Decky.
yeah, unfortunately Jesse is going to talk a lot about Midgar and said skibbity toilet or something. I don't know. I was lost in the source at this point.
I'm definitely gonna have to download this version of you.
Oh yeah, feel free. I'll make it. Well, I'll make it available in such a way that is completely legal.
Is that possible?
There it is again. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure. Do you know what? I will get Squaresoft to burn off CDRs that everyone can play legally in their legal PS ones.
Yeah, they're a reasonable company. I'm sure that'll be fine.
Yeah. So yeah, Strife is now at the train platform, Sector 7, getting ready in a moment to try another skip, which is called Seventh Heaven skip, where you skip going inside and doing all of the
I would never
talking with people.
Seventh Heaven.
Well, yeah. Do that? I mean, I started editing some of the dialogue, and then there I was like, wait a minute, they're not going to see this. But, well, I don't know. Maybe they won't get the skip.
Making your own little Tifa fantasy, and then at 3 a.m.
I've gone really, really hard into that. Lent very, very, very hard into that. So yeah, they'll be running. Yeah, Strife's running off the screen here. I think there's no actual dialogue here until you walk up to Barrett. So he's just getting all of the ne'er-do-wells out of the bar so that they can talk eco-terrorism, which we could all get behind, I'm sure. I think at this point, yeah, and I think at this point they also buy some grenades as well to set themselves up for the rest of the run.
Bastards. Still bitter, sorry. So cheap. 18. How many do you need?
Yeah, it's totally normal behavior to sell everything you own and buy 17, 18 grenades.
Sold his own arm.
So, Strife is now going to perform guard skip for you all. Basically, these guards here stop you from going into the train graveyard, and or rather, I think actually it's the way to Sector 6, the wall market, and basically through a series of movements here. Oh, he's going to reset and try again. You're basically trying to get yourself into this very, very, very perfect angle where you can literally squeeze through a pixel gap and make it past the guards and onto the next screen. And this is quite finicky, so I'm not surprised even it taking Strife a few attempts here.
Yeah, you've got to be like pixel perfect, haven't you?
Also,
and he's done it.
He has done it. He's now firmly in the lead. Deck is in Sector 7, in Heaven's Seventh Heaven still. I think I stopped editing the dialogue at this point because I was like, no one's going to see this.
Decky's just that interested. He's not bothered about the race now.
He wants to see the edits. Oh, yeah. Love you, Deck.
He's a scholar.
He's he's not trying to do any kind of form of skip here for Seventh Heaven.
He's not trying to do any kind of racing.
Wait a minute. So this is the nibble. So they're going to see the Nibelheim. Yeah, I didn't even bother editing that. Meanwhile, Strife is in War Market. He's preparing. He's getting all of the things that he will need to dress up for Don Corneo. And hopefully, I think he's working his way towards the to the mansion so that he can know that he needs to acquire key items and dress up to impress the Don. Some of this dialogue is definitely edited.
Do you think we need to let Decky know that he's in a race? Do you think he might just have began to play casually?
I mean, the risk is always there, but I think he probably thinks that maybe Strife might get caught up on guard skip or something, and that might give him enough time to catch up. Or it might just be that he because I don't actually know what entails Seventh Heaven skips, so it could be that he just tried the skip and failed, and now he's got to kind of he's got to do the walk of shame through the cutscene.
Got to play the game.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
It is, yeah, it's a time loss, but I mean, he might be able to make it back. You never know. Don't count the lad out yet.
Oh, absolutely.
Deck's dialogue did say I fucked up guard skip. Yeah, so I knew that if they didn't do guard skip at that point, they would be seeing that text. So I edited it. Yeah.
I thought Hex was just being funny, but it actually was. It was Garlips that was being funny
the whole time. But yeah, Strife is doing exactly what he needs to right now. He's doing all of the little kind of like sub quests in War Market to get the best items. They definitely want to be picked by Don Corneo because apparently it's slower if you have one of the other girls get picked. So they tell me that's definitely why they do it this way, and not just because I heard HandsomeStrife wants to give him a little kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I'm curious about this because I thought you must be a massive skip to like not have to go around getting so many things because I think the only mandatory items are the dress and the wig.
Yeah, it's totally counterproductive, isn't it? You think, wow, all this time getting everything wouldn't be worth it, but apparently it is. I think because you have to. You get taken to that room with all those other guys, and you have to fight them, I think. And then also you have to watch a cutscene with one of the girl that got picked and Don Corneo before you bust in. So,
oh, that's a very memorable cutscene, that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love that bit where they lean over and they're like, "I'll smash them," and then I'll chop them off.
Yep. And that has been edited, so look forward to that.
Okay, great.
I don't want to spoil the surprise. You probably won't even see it. They'll be going like 100 miles an hour past it, but you know, it is there. Right, so Strife got everything now? I thought he had to do squats. Oh no, this is where they find out that they need to go and get that lady's dad. And like he goes, "Oh, a dress for a man? Oh, this'll bring me out of retirement. This interests me. I can make this." I mean, I did not realize how long this would cost Deck, though. It really is longer than you think.
It is a long time, isn't it? 'Cause I forgot about the whole well flashback.
Yeah.
And I suppose you can't rush romance, not with your childhood friend.
Yeah, especially when it's a ship that's meant to be like Different Cloud.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I know from my own relationship experience that if he'd sort of been like, "Can we wind it up a bit? Because I get what you're saying and I love you and that, but can we just like speed it along?" He would have got them chopped off right there and then.
Yeah, and I mean, when it comes to Cloud and his memories, it's best to leave well enough alone anyway. He's a mixed up lad, bless him. But it looks like I do think they do have to do the. Oh, so Strife's doing another skip here, I believe, or trying to do another skip here. I forget what it's called, but basically involves skipping this guy's dialogue by using someone else's window text or something. So it almost sounds like we know what we're talking about. Almost.
Almost, yeah. Is this where you get the digestive? It always puzzled me, this one, because in Britain, as we know, digestive is a biscuit.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was just thinking, like, how I was just always thinking, how does this help anything?
Yeah, well, apparently if you're shitting yourself, apparently if you pop a digestive up there, everything stops.
Okay, that makes sense.
That is a good point, actually, Tates. So we do now have the race ahead. There is still time for things to change, but I am officially going to open a poll now. And, or rather, can we do a bet? How do I do a bet? What's it called? A prediction. Here we go.
Prediction. Sorry, I'm trying to eat.
That's all right.
Just a terrible commentator.
So, do I do start prediction? Here we go. Ooh. So, who will win? And we will have HandsomeStrife. And we will have DeccyF. Now, remember, a lot of things... hang on, how do I tell? Yeah, 5 minutes. We'll give it 5 minutes. Feel free to start betting.
That goes.
Yeah, so the thing is, right, oh, hang on, here we are. This is the squats game.
Oh my god.
It's been renamed because this to me always looks like farting. And Deck has got a redeem on his stream that is like a bunch of music made out of farts. So, I know how to fart. You have to think about it. So, if you just imagine that they're ripping ass right now, it's a really beautiful thing. But back to what I was talking about previously, this is not practice. HandsomeStrife will reset in practice. HandsomeStrife will make save states in practice. Now, I believe HandsomeStrife has the ability to win this race. What I am saying is you can't count DeccyF out yet, especially because they'll be relying on manual saves. Now, Strife has made a manual save, but only one so far, and it was about like 5 minutes ago. Thank you, Lindblom. Wow, you guys are playing Final Fantasy VII. It is a fantastic game, Octobot. Octobot, you probably want to tune out when the character Hojo is on screen, because I might have renamed him, and he might have things to say.
Positive things about Octo, surely.
Of course, yes, absolutely. It's so positive. In fact, you don't need to see it. You know, you can just assume that it's glowing.
That's lovely, that Gallops. You know what? You're such a nice friend to Octo.
I try.
What a guy.
But we now have DeccyF in War Market, doing the same quest items now. So you know he's bringing up the rear with a real force here.
In more ways than one, that rear looks. Whoa.
But I think HandsomeStrife at this point now is ready to go to Don Corneo's mansion, so off he'll go, presumably.
I apologise. I believe it was HandsomeStrife's rear that I was actually looking at and referring to in that previous segment.
Ah, yes.
Sorry for the confusion there. Not that there's anything wrong with Deccy's rear.
No, I mean we should definitely make this point clear. There's nothing wrong with Deccy's rear. It's just, you know.
Yeah. It's not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. This woman will tell them to not stay put and fuck off and explore, I think. Because that's the opposite of what she usually says.
Time estimate for this race, Garbs? I think we're saying an hour and a half to 2 hours?
Yeah, an hour and a half to 2 hours. I mean, if HandsomeStrife is on his best pace, I think it's almost exactly an hour and a half. But it remains to be seen, you know, there are things that can still go wrong. It's not a given at this point, but yeah, definitely that is the ballpark that we're working with today. Also, welcome in Ninja QK.
Actually, it's Ginger. That's how he prefers to be referred.
Fair enough.
I don't like it.
I think at this point they're talking about oh yeah, there's a Captain Phillips meme. I had a lot of fun.
It sounds like you did, yeah.
It's yeah, for anyone who's interested, by the way, if you go to Google and you write Mako reactor, Makou reactor, you can edit all of the text in the game, or pretty much all of it anyway. You can even edit maps and stuff. There's actually quite a big community of fan games built out of the bones of Final Fantasy VII. It's really interesting. I was looking into it. There are lots of fan mods and stuff. Very cool.
So can you do things like change assets, or is it just text?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, the editor that I was using, I'm not sure to the full extent, because once I found out how to do what I wanted to do with it, I didn't really kind of poke further. But yeah, I definitely believe there are full-scale edits, like to do whole new games, basically. If you're into sites about romantic CDs, there are quite a few on there as well.
So you could potentially have a nude Tifa. Just hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically speaking. I mean, you know, no one's ever imagined it before, but if you try to imagine it, I think, yeah, it could be a possibility. I wonder who the Don is gonna pick.
Gotta be Tifa, surely.
Ooh. I think he's taking a liking to HandsomeStrife.
That's impossible. He sort of does the Mr. Matt internet thing, have you noticed, where he goes to announce it and then sometimes he'll run to someone else.
Yeah.
Like he sort of throws you off the scent.
He's a slimy customer, isn't he? Don Corneo.
Oh, I thought you meant Mr. Matt.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I can see why you were confused there. They are both. I should have named him Mr. Matt Internet.
I mean, We've got the same facial hair.
Oh, Strife just got a condom from behind the bed there. Nice.
Oh. Important.
Oi! Meanwhile, Deck is ready to do a fart race. Rip that ass. I feel like chat are regurgitating the funniest parts of my script back at me. Fair play.
This is getting a bit too erotic because on one side we've got, you know, the Don Corneo scene, and on the other side we've got like a fartathon. And I'm getting a bit too excited.
Oh, I don't know if you clocked that as well, but you know the bit you were talking about where they go, I'll snap them, I'll crush them. The first one says, I'll make you watch Advent Children. The second one says, I'll make you play Crisis Core. The third one says, I'll make you play Before Crisis on an original 2008 smartphone.
Actually, I've always wanted to do that, to be fair. Like, not to like reveal me kinks or anything, but I remember when that was announced and I was like, I'm never going to play that game, am I?
Yeah. Because it was all happening in Japan. You're like, well, how can I keep up with the latest developments in the Final Fantasy VII universe now?
How can I know what happened before the crisis? But I've not given up on my dream.
Oh, by the way, Heidegger is Markman. President Fishman, of course, speaks for himself.
Makes sense. I just saw milk. I don't know. I just saw milk.
Basically, anytime Markman's on screen, I just it's full. What's the word? Stream of consciousness. You know what? Like where you write without thinking about it, and then you read it afterwards, and you're like, I'm fucking insane. Actually, that's what happened. That was my process, basically.
Well, it explains. It reflects his character.
Yeah, but I mean, Strife is already killing it. He's about to fight Apps. I believe there is a setup with Apps where you're supposed to be facing a certain way, and that creates a different encounter. Like basically, you know, in this game, sometimes you can be facing, like you get a preemptive strike. I think that's what he's trying to set up here.
Interesting, because I know that the water he's got two attacks. One with the water comes in front of you, and one comes from behind you. But I didn't realise what way you're facing on the field screen can have that kind of. Doesn't look like he got it though. No,
it doesn't look like it, but I know it was definitely something he was trying to set up. And by the way, a perfect example of getting what you fucking wish for. Tater84 in chat is saying, "Oh, so I don't get a cameo? Oh, mate, you've got a cameo. You're a character called Palmer, and you'll be showing up later."
Oh no, Tater. I'm sorry, mate. You wish you hadn't said anything now, don't you?
But here we are with Apps, and you might be thinking to yourself, why are Tifa and Aerith called Tifa and Aerith on the screen and not T and A? And the reason behind that is because Strife has actually skipped over the point where you gain those characters and get to name them, so they have their default names in place.
That's going to be a big time loss there. He's going to have to type the letters of Tifa and Aerith each time that they speak. Could this be an opening for Decky?
Oh, it could be. But there goes Apps.
See you later, Apps. We barely knew you. God damn it, Tifa's fine. Sorry, viewers.
Agreed. Honestly, #mood. But yeah, Strife will be getting out of the sewers here and then heading into the train graveyard. I'm sure a lot of you remember the train graveyard with a kind of a ugh expression. It definitely felt longer as a kid than it does now watching it be played. Oh yeah.
Because you the first time you don't really know exactly what you're doing, and a lot of the exits and entrances are not really clear.
Exactly.
You just wander and get caught up in all kinds of random battles forever.
It's true. Do you still get to be Red 13? Unfortunately, Red 13 is still Red 13, but there were only so many roles that I could cast, unfortunately, but I did make a lot of references to other strugglers and things in here, so I can't remember now if I did include you, Hex, but I think I might have mentioned you at one point. Oh, yes, I did, actually. I can remember exactly where I mentioned Hex, so we probably won't see it, but there's lots of talk in the game about Sector 7 President Shinra is basically saying we're going to drop the plate on Sector 7 and crush Sector 7. But every instance where they're talking about Sector 7, I've replaced it to be about Season 7. And there's a joke about the number of games that have been nominated for Season 7, and Hex very kindly pointed out that I'd fucked up the numbering. So that's got a little reference in here as well.
Hex, you are included.
I mean, yeah, Tater has cleaned a lot of this in Power Wash Simulator, so...
I mean, if that's what gets him off.
We did talk about maybe having a Power Wash Simulator race for Season 3.
I've not played it, so I will back out of that one immediately. I don't know if I understand the appeal, to be honest. I get the satisfaction of like cleaning something, but I feel like I'd need more variety than.
Yeah, it feels very much like therapeutic, and I've played games like that before, where it's like, oh, this is just enjoyable to play in a kind of calming way. But like, I personally, and this is not casting shade on anyone, I don't know why anyone would watch someone else do that. But
right,
maybe the watching it is also therapeutic in a similar way. I don't know.
It's kind of like an ASMR thing of like, oh yes, they finally cleaned that thing.
Exactly, I think that might be it actually.
Yeah.
So Strife is almost through the train graveyard here. He's just got to move some trains about a bit. Meanwhile, DeccyF is not that far behind in the grand scheme. He's just about to fight Apps.
Just about to threaten to chop Donkey Konyo's balls off. or make him play a bad game, actually, in this case. What's worse? I'm not sure.
The strugglers are going to be flattened beneath the wheel for Season 7. It's horrible. I can't even remember what that item was. It's gone by so quickly. But
there's so many little insertions. No fun.
Yeah, I inserted myself all over the place.
Oh dear.
But they're about to. Strife is about to get to the bottom of the pillar that's holding up Sector 7, and going to have a battle with Reno, the Turk who basically casts Pyramid on one of the three characters. How is the prediction doing? I missed that. How do I bring up the prediction?
It's gone forever.
Oh, it's gone forever.
No, it's not. I'm kidding. I think you've got to have access to the. I think you might need to be a mod to see the panel.
Yeah, I can do that. Hang on. But yeah. It's also, I would like to ask chat, this is not a prediction. I just want to know, who do you think will get cast with the Pyramid? It can be either Cloud, Tifa, or Barrett. Who do you think is going to get the Pyramid today? On Strife's stream specifically.
I normally find Barrett's quite susceptible to the Pyramid.
Yeah, it's usually I mean, I have seen it be Cloud, but I'm pretty sure it's usually Barrett or Tifa. Right. You keep an eye on things at the moment, because I can't actually watch while I do this.
Just kidding. So, Wedge is dead. Rip.
Oh, we hardly knew you.
Yeah, I like Wedge. He's got a good heart. Oh, Biggs is also dead. Rip.
Oh no.
Yep, and this can be awkward climbing this stairway, because you've got to press down to go up, and to a lot of people that's just way too taxing, and they stop playing the game there. But I can see that Strife is not going to be held up by that in particular. I hate these propeller enemies. You spend a long time hitting them, you think they're going to die, and they don't. They just stop flying. So annoying.
Yeah. I mean, I totally get what Strife was saying about his first playthrough and not wanting all the random battles. They really do kind of like... especially in story bits like this, where you're very much engaged with the story. It's a bit...
Yeah, it
slows things down.
I mean, I like the battle system, and I think it's good gameplay, but when you want to know what happens next, you don't really want to keep being interrupted. Didn't know you could run upstairs. Quantum Pi always walk. That's because Quantum Pi is trying to ensure that you soak in every element of the experience. Hextree, he doesn't want to rush things. It's not that he can't rush things. It's just that he doesn't want to, you see. Quantum Pi always thinking of his viewer's experience.
Well, yeah, and also you were securing the perimeter, right? Of the stairs.
See, it's so like it's like, you know, when you're a fish. You've been a fish, haven't you? And like you don't notice the water because it's always there. That's what securing the perimeter is like to me. I don't even think about it. It's just natural. Oh, Barrett gets the pyramid.
Yep, Barrett's got the pyramid.
I think I won all the points there.
Fantastic. Grenade.
I understand using the grenade, but it just makes me feel ashamed. I think the animation of them throwing it, I've not really seen that much because I'm obviously a Giga Chad gamer who plays it properly.
Of course.
So these animations I've not really seen. Just that entire stream you spent playing on the piano, also securing the Hey, wait till we get to the remake because you can play the piano even better on that one. Apparently, we're going to be spending a few streams on that.
Yeah, it's very in depth.
I love it. I love it. Any game where it lets you play an instrument.
Oh, same. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Hours.
His Seng apologizing for not killing Eris already, something along the lines of that.
I always find this slap is very visceral, even though it's like super deformed graphics.
Yeah,
I think they nailed it.
Oh, like presentation of this game is like 11 out of 10. It's especially for the time as well. I mean, even now it still looks good, but oh, there it goes.
Yeah, I actually feel for it. It makes you angry. It's like, how dare you do that? I don't even fancy Eris, but still, I'm gonna kill you on principle.
Yeah. She's a boring girl, but she's our boring girl.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't you dare lay a hand on it.
I don't know how much we're going to get to see of it, because, of course, it's probably going to be all skipped. But when Sector 7 gets crushed in a second, Barrett's got like a whole Type 5 stand-up routine about people being flattened. So we'll see how much of it we get to enjoy. But just look at this FMV. I mean, and seamless from static still to FMV, like just seamless.
Yeah. The blend between gameplay, it always blew my mind. So I'd just like to say to Merman that I have acknowledged your, I've seen your pun, and if this was another time, another place, I'd be, rolling on the floor right now. But I've just got to keep my composure because of the actions that we're observing.
It's the burden of being a host.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The yellow section of the wheel fell. Yeah, because it always lands on yellow, right?
This mode.
Meanwhile, Deck is just about to begin his ascent of the pillar. So again, I would say he's been a consistent 5 to 10 minutes behind.
Wedge is just about to die.
No.
And we were just saying this earlier. Oh.
This is the problem watching them race. We get to relive all these horrible moments twice.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Ash, if you didn't know. I'm so sorry.
Here we go.
Ash clearly only watching Decky's stream, and so the revelation of what happened to Wedge was totally unexpected to it.
Yeah, I was worried about this. It's just, he's going to be skipping all of it. It's okay.
This is a very emotional scene, actually. Maybe not in this instance.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. But he's got hours of flat pack material.
Great tune as well.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's remiss of us. We're an hour in and we're only just talking about the sound, but the music is on another level.
Absolutely. It still gives me, like, the hairs on the back of my neck still stand up to this day sometimes.
Yeah. we won't get into what I like and don't like about the remake, but like the remake definitely does something different with like nearly every music track, which is kind of what you want it at this point in time, because you know it's 20 years and we've already heard them all a billion times. But I wish there was an option to just like Resident Evil 2 remake 2019's got an option to have like the original soundtrack, and I feel like that would have gone a long way for me with the remake in enjoying myself a bit more.
I think it was just an impossible task because, as you say, if they hadn't changed things, people would say, well, what was the point? But as soon as they change anything, people are going to say, I don't like the change you've made.
Exactly. Yeah, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, yeah. And it was Cloud who gets the pyramid on Deccy's run.
Ah, see? You don't usually see Cloud get it, but he got it today.
Could that be Omen? See this pipe in the middle of Strife's screen? When you come back this way, I was stuck here for ages because I didn't know you could go up the pipe.
Yep. That's definitely one of the shortcomings of this game, is that like even back in the day on a massive CRT, just like enjoying the hell out of yourself, there were still bits that it wasn't quite clear exactly how you were supposed to navigate the screen.
And we didn't have, I didn't have internet at home back then, so I was just fucked.
Yeah.
Just spent a lot of time on this screen in particular. Z, you were the same. You got stuck on the same bit. That makes me feel a bit better.
It's a notorious little section there with that pipe. There are a couple of others as well. People like, well, I didn't know I could walk there.
Yeah. Because it's got that sort of Resident Evil pre-rendered, but it doesn't have the camera angles or the closeness a lot of the time.
Yeah. I mean, like, the shot we're seeing right now from Strife is an example. You're kind of way zoomed out.
Yeah.
I don't think I bothered with... Yeah, I don't think I bothered with any of her dialogue, Elmira. Maybe I thought that they skipped this. Yeah, it would have been disrespectful. But I'd have changed the stuff in the flashback. Because I was on that screen already editing text, so...
You know, the bit that really makes me laugh on the flashback is when the big guy gets off the train and his wife or whoever like spins him around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the like you could easily miss that and never even notice it.
And there's is that Biggs and Jesse? No, Wedge and Jesse. Biggs and Jesse. Spinning around the lamp pole there.
Yeah, and I think were they holding hands there as well?
Yeah, I mean, is that subtle world building there? There he is. Oh, so much character and so few polygons.
Yeah, it really is.
So good.
He nearly broke her back there, I think. You had to crouch for a moment. But like, you know, without any dialogue, just like the shaking of the head, it just conveys so much.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Sorry, I'm getting
NBZ
swept up with me love of Final
Fantasy. laying down the gauntlet there. Who's racing Z in Final Fantasy IX next season?
Well, it won't be me.
Yeah, I'm afraid I will also have to politely decline. I've never actually finished Final Fantasy IX. I should do that at some point, but definitely not under race conditions.
Yeah, I have, but it was many, many years ago, and I'm nowhere near as familiar with it as I am this one.
Same, and I mean, I was gonna endless fucking flashbacks. I even wrote that. It's gone forever. Yeah, I thought I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna start playing the other Final. So I went back to 8, and I got a bit further than I was in 8 when I was a kid. But then, like, I got to S-Star, and S-Star is just so. It's
a tough
annoying.
stretch.
Yeah, basically, I'm running around 20 screens that look the same with a timer, and I'm supposed to do something, and I can't even remember what I was supposed to do anymore. So, but maybe, I mean, I did enjoy 9. What I played of it.
9 is a good game. So, we're on 50. We're into the 52nd minute now, Gallup. So, should we maybe think about?
Yeah,
checking in?
I feel like it might be a good time to check in. Yeah, we might not have, considering the pace that HandsomeStrife's on. I don't know if we'll get the chance again. So, I think we should probably do that. Shall we start with Strife?
Absolutely. Whatever you say, sir.
Okie dokie. Oh, I like the sir. Say it again. Okay, I'm gonna unmute and undeafen. HandsomeStrife.
Oh, you called at just the right time. I'd finished singing my Bananas in Pajamas song.
Oh, well, no, I feel like
Got
we
it.
maybe called in about 10 seconds too late. You're in the midst of the Elmira Aerith flashback at the moment.
Yeah.
So it felt like now was a good time to maybe call in and check how you're doing.
Yeah, I'm pissed off because I ruined my step count immediately going down those fucking stairs. I was so annoyed. But it is what it is, so that's fine. I can't believe how you've done my god dirty like this.
You mean Aerith? Yeah.
Yeah. You've done a proper dirty, mate. I'm not like I was like, this is funny, and then it was like, fuck off, Aerith, and I was like, hey, hang on a minute.
I really
pick a minute.
Never hand a Tifa X Cloud shipper the keys to the car because it'll have Go Faster stripes on it before you know it.
That's fair.
But how you, apart from the step count thing, how are you feeling about your run so far?
It's been going okay. I mean, the problem is because step count was off, I got into 2 more battles than I should have done in the reactor. So that was slower than normal, and I don't really know now when like fights are going to happen because they are now going to kind of just be like there. I didn't know that it was if I was going to get a fight this screen.
So with the step count, is it kind of like you have to keep it consistent the whole time, and if you come off of it, then you've lost it?
To a degree, yeah. So there is some places where consistency matters more than others. So like the reactor is one that matters a lot. But basically every screen that you move on, every time you move, there's a danger counter that goes up. Excuse me. So when you run, the danger counter goes up like 1 every step, and if you walk, it goes up like 0.25 every step or something. And then what happens is if the danger threshold like meets something that's similar on the map, you get into a fight. So you can manipulate the fights that you get into by having like good step count and like walking under them and all that. It's fairly like it's a complicated thing to understand, but then once like you understand it, you kind of like it seems quite simple, but I still don't understand it fully.
I'll take your word on that because it's definitely not simple from where I'm sitting. But thanks for the explanation, mate.
But I've made quite a few silly mistakes just in terms of like walking and shit like that. So I'm not as happy. Like I messed up the fucking basket twice. You stupid child. So like I had to go back and do that a couple of times. So it didn't really save much time in the end, but I just wanted to do it regardless, and especially with the safety save.
Fair enough. Well, leading on from there, where do you think you are in the race?
I'm probably first, because I don't think Deck has done 7th Heaven skip. So based on...
Is that what you think?
I think that, yeah. I mean, I could be wrong, but like when I spoke to him prior to this, he said his run, like he wasn't going to do it because he's worried about not having.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah, that is what he said.
Interesting.
So yeah, I reckon like I'm ahead, even if he's done. Oh, bitch! Even if he's done 7th Heaven skip, I reckon I might be slightly ahead. Just through some more optimal lines and things.
Better ability.
Cool. Yeah, just being an all-round Chad. Is that the right thing?
Yeah, I can see that, to be honest.
Yeah, well, let us leave you to your Chad run, and we'll pick up with you again a little bit later on down the road.
Well, I've got to get first-time jump here for you guys.
Of course, yes.
That's what decides the race.
We'll be watching very closely.
This is exciting.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye for now.
All right. Speak to you in a bit.
Hey, mate, good luck.
Okie dokie. Yeah, so as Strife said, He is about to attempt to jump onto a moving, like a pendulum swinging pipe thing, and you've got to time it perfectly. And this, I imagine, for kids back in the day as well, was certainly a point of contention.
Very unintuitive.
Yeah.
Because the point where you've got to jump is like not what you would expect.
Look at that. First
Oh, you're a bit ahead of me.
Oh, sorry.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. He nailed it. Of course he nailed it.
Incredible. Of course he did.
Each one of these, when Cloud looks at them, he says, maybe if I put my cock in it. So
Okay.
Instead of battery.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Cake, get the hell in here.
Hey, welcome in. We are actually just about to check in with Dec. Dec, unfortunately, is in second place, but he's not that far behind in the grand scheme, and hopefully, he'll be able to finish the race too. And I mean, I can't remember the last place HandsomeStrife saved, but he could have a nightmare, something go wrong.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, I think it's probably time that we check in with Dec. So especially now he's at the point we checked in with Strife, basically. All right, unmuting and undeafening.
Yeah, he is.
Hello, DeccyF. Sorry.
Hello.
Boom.
Deck Labs.
Yo.
How are we doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. The nerves have subsided a little bit, so feeling okay.
Good.
How you guys doing?
Yeah. So we noticed that you didn't go for a certain skip at the start of the race, or near the start of the race.
Oh, this is Seventh Heaven, yeah.
Yeah. How are you feeling about that decision?
It's probably gonna bite me on the arse, only because it's a massive time save for Strife. The only problem, and this is what my worry was, is that it becomes very concise. Oh God, oh that's fine. Just all about the safe strat life, I think.
That's fair. I mean, we were talking about this at the start of the race as well, that both Q and myself would prefer a safer strat than something that we have to learn and adhere to very strictly, like, I don't know, a step count?
Oh, the step count. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do that as well.
That's absolutely fair. So, how do you think you're doing in the race?
I'm definitely second. I fecked up Jesse skip, which cost me time, and yeah, it was one of those things. I did get guard skip first try though, which is
phenomenal.
Which is
Absolutely phenomenal.
I appreciate that. I've got to say as well, kudos on the story changing stuff. There was one personal favourite that sent me was Jesse offering me a quick tug. I cracked up, and obviously I like the text highlighting, and there's another bit as well when we was about to do Reno. Tifa goes to Ares, can you do me one favour? And you go, fuck off and die. And I was just like, what? That's brutal.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know that HandsomeStrife is very much an Ares X Cloud shipper, so I had to twist the knife at every possible opportunity.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that about him. I look at him.
You can go off
now.
some people. Yeah.
Yeah. He seemed like such a nice guy as well.
But
it must be tempting, Decky, to go slower, to see all of these little Easter eggs.
It was, yeah. Honestly, I kept getting glimpses of like season 7 stuff. I'm like, has he hidden like secret bits about the next season in there? I'm not sure, but yeah, I
can neither confirm nor deny.
It's good.
Yeah, well, we will leave you to it because you're about to pop a bunch of batteries into these slots, or maybe Cloud is thinking about putting something else in than a battery. Let's take a look. Yeah. So
oh, Cloud, you can't.
we'll leave you to it. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. Good luck.
Okie dokie. He's muted and deafened, and we're back to just you and I. Yeah.
I gone. I think
No,
I've been muted.
you should still be here. I can hear you anyway. But yes, hopefully you've been enjoying some of this dialogue on the screen, because HandsomeStrife isn't able to skip any of the dialogue on the staircases. It has to play out completely in full, so I took advantage of that.
You can hear me? I can't hear anything.
That's peculiar because I've not got you muted or deafened. I can hear Quantum P1 and I've not muted or deafened him. This is peculiar. Can you all hear me, chat? I think chat can hear me. Can you hear me, chat? I know, you're probably wishing that you couldn't, but... Right, well, Q has popped off, so hopefully he's fixing whatever that issue is, and I can cover it in the meantime. I'm a big boy. I can do it by myself, even though the start of the stream was disastrous. We've rallied. So DeccyF now is looking at joining Strife in the Shinra building, while Strife is at the top of the stairs. Oh, whoops, I forgot that Q does not have the permissions to be in this channel. Q, you have to jump into general, then I can drag you. So if you jump into general, Q, I can drag you in. I'm not sure if he can hear me, so I'm actually just going to say jump into general. There we go. HandsomeStrife is about to fight some guards. There we go.
Oh, don't know what the hell happened there.
Subterfuge? Sabotage and subterfuge. Someone's gremlins in the system.
Well, I apologise about that, guys, but I'm back now.
That's the important thing.
That is the important thing. I was dying to remark as well when I was watching Strife go up these stairs, the things that were in the text, and I was like, no, you can't say that because we've got Decky on and he'll know.
I know, especially when he picked up ketamine. I was like... That's an elixir, by the way, apparently. So I'm told.
Oh, yeah, no comment. But interesting that, like, it feels like they're further apart than they were, but then once we were speaking to them, they now feel quite close to each other.
Yeah, I mean,
sense?
it does feel like Decky has picked up some speed somewhere. I'm not sure exactly. It might just be the kind of effect of the fact that the stairs goes on longer than anyone really realistically remembers or thinks. But yeah, he could well have made some time up somewhere.
Yeah, because when we were talking to Strife and he was just about to do the jump, and then we only spoke to Decky for a minute, and then he was just about to do the jump.
Yeah. Go
Could be a
Decky.
twist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be a twist in store.
But the characters are going to learn soon of Sephiroth, God Gamer, who's going to be joining the wheel in 7, is going to snipe everyone from the ceiling with a sword. So you definitely want to watch out for him.
Right.
We have a Markman.
An AI that completes games at a staggering
does
pace.
Deck have any other races this season? So Deck is in another race in February. He is in part of the Advance Wars 2 War Room fight between Floof, Deck, and Kythius, and then he's also up in March against myself and Tater at what's the one with the chains? Chain Together.
Chain Together.
So yeah, he's got another 2 races to go. HandsomeStrife, meanwhile, has only got 1 more race to go, and that is against myself in March. It's going to be a Bad Run Club special. Of course, some of you know, some of you are members of the Bad Run Club. We run bad games, 1 new game every month, and we learn and route it and everything. And we're going to be playing a race where we basically spin a wheel and keep spinning the wheel until we get about 3 hours worth of games. And they're all going to be, all of the games from the Bad Run Club are going to be eligible. So that's going to be very chaotic. God. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm going to be at my home computer where things work properly.
You're going to need it.
Yeah.
Actually, that might be a blessing for things to not work properly when it's the Bad Run Club.
I mean, maybe. Yeah, it is on point. It does fit the theme. But what Strife's doing here is he's about to guess Mayor Domino's password. Mayor Domino is really caught up by the fact that he's made a very clever word game here, and he knows that you're just going to guess. So he's very upset.
I want to see all of this dialogue. I'm seeing conversations about Hex and Little Ralph, and I just don't know what they're saying.
Oh yeah, I can't even remember what I wrote, to be honest. Like it's a fever dream at this point. Oh yeah, I'll tell a lie. Dec is also doing the first playthrough race, so the last race of the season. It's very exciting. Myself and Z, we will be commentating. Z has chosen 2 games that are basically very unknown free games, and we've got 4 racers who have never played them before, going to see them for the first time during the race. So look forward to that. And yeah, that's going to be Dec versus Ads versus Floof versus ERB.
That'll be an interesting one.
The council hate all strategy games. They throw those noms immediately into a mulcher. Click the units, numbers go up. Maybe the strategy should be to play a good game, Ruffle. I had fun there.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be a good read.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that maybe I've detracted a little from the race in that regard by adding my own little spice, but I thought it would just kind of keep things a bit fresh. But yeah, you can go watch that all at like 5.5 speed and read it all if you want to. So both in the Shinra building, Dec now getting to the 60th floor, which is the end of the stairs. Meanwhile, Strife is on, I forget which one it is actually. I think he's on 64? Yeah, because I think Mayor Domino gives you the card for 64. He's either on 64 or 65. Which means we're creeping closer to magic internet number.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's collecting bits of Lego for this puzzle here.
It was always a bit curious, this puzzle. Just because there's random battles in this section as well. Which is not on a lot of these floors.
Yeah. And I remember as well, maybe it was the floor before this one or the floor after this one, there's this whole vent puzzle where if you fuck it up, you don't get all the items. And I was as a child, did not want to miss anything, you know?
Same. But I had to accept it because I wasn't good enough as a child to solve the puzzle.
Same. Same.
And then, I go back to them and it's like, this is easy. Am I just really stupid?
Just, it was our first JRPG. We were inexperienced.
Yeah, true.
Strife now coming up on a cutscene where he's going to watch the members of the council talking about Season 7 and their plans for Season 7. So,
of course, he gets there via the toilet.
Yep. Be a dirty vent boy was the option, yeah.
That's vent with a V, yeah.
Yes, V, very important.
Yeah.
Reeve just doesn't know how we're going to be able to afford Season 7. President Shinra is basically saying, well, President Fishman, I apologize. There's Taya. Taya, look! It's you!
Oh, they couldn't animate Tata's stomach properly. Oh, I wish we could actually slow this down and read it.
Well, the VOD will be there eventually.
Yeah.
I'll have to piece it all together and stick it back into one piece. This is Octo. He's a very serious scientist doing good science.
I can see the resemblance actually.
Yeah.
Looks like a guy who loves Sonic.
Oi. I think at one point in the dialogue there is an explicit apology for Sonic 1 GBA though.
Oh well, that goes a long way actually to.
Yeah, we felt it was necessary, you know. Yeah,
no, I appreciate that.
And Dec is now, of course, shepherding the characters past these guards.
This could be a tricky bit. It's easy to make a mistake here. I saw Strife did it flawlessly. He's got Cloud through. Yeah, I think part of what was so offensive about Sonic GBA is that it replaced the possibility of the actual Sonic 1 getting its chance.
Yeah, especially because I think you had nominated the
Exactly. It was just like they just chose to slap me right across the face.
No, unfortunately, we had these grand designs of, the Sonic wheel. Oh, it's going to be there. It's not going to get spun immediately. And then, of course, week 1. It gets spun.
It's always the way with these things.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Strife is now almost at the point where the gang get captured and put into a prison cell. Meanwhile, Dec is bringing up the rear with a force. I mean, he really is not that... Heading up to level 62 now. He's now about to do the Mayor Domino word puzzle.
So it'll be the same word for Decky? He won't know.
I don't know, actually. I don't know how the RNG is chosen, whether it's chosen when you load this screen or chosen at the start of the game. No idea.
Okay.
No, because he's got a different word.
Okay, interesting then.
I see there that Z has already got an idea for Season 8 submissions. Yeah, by all means, write those down, unless they involve a strategy game.
So I imagine you already know, do you, Garlips, that what's in for Season 7 and what's not?
I can confirm that the council have decided on what games are in Season 7. Yes, they are chiseled in stone.
And are you privy to those choices?
I know what the list is, yes.
Okay, so chat, does anyone have any blackmail, anything we can use against Garlips? And anyone know anything personal?
Oh, there's got to be tons. Come on, guys, you can do it. I mean, this stream alone and the huge technical difficulties that have plagued it, I mean, that's a good start.
Yeah, there's got to be some leverage we can come up with just to get, even if we just get a couple of choices. Some people are cold turkey, they need something.
Well, I can give you one hint, okay? And listen up, gang, because this is important, right? So people know what we do is we nominate games, and those nominations then become the list that then gets made into a shorter list. So if you go to the list of 97 nominations and read those, the games are on that list.
I never would have figured that out.
Yeah, see? The sleuth, we got sleuths among us, but no one's actually worked that out yet. You can just go to that list, and you will find the games for the Season 7 on there. Oh, here's Eris. She's in a microwave.
As you do. X3, you can't cut back on strategy games. You will regret it. Isn't it from a strategy game? Is it Roller Coaster Tycoon or I don't know.
I have.
It's a quote from a strategy game anyway.
Garlips, how much gap is there between all games being announced and the first spin? Oh, that's a good question, and I don't know if I can answer it. Let me have a think about that for a second. At the start of the season, you will know most of the games. Most of them. But not all. And that's all I can say.
Oh, they're going to do that one again.
We're on our shit. We're up on our shit. You know us.
1 part pleasure, 10 parts pain.
I can confirm this season is made of cheese, though.
Not surprised.
Right, here we go. Strife is now fighting against Genova, whatever the fuck. I can't remember its name. Genova Rebirth? Genova. It's Genova.
That's not Genova, is it?
Is this not Genova?
I don't think
so. Oh no,
so.
this is just a
dude.
Wow, I got one job and I got it wrong. This
Because
is
Genova, you get the sort of.
yeah. This is just generic science experiment guy.
Yeah, I mean, I
Great.
can see the likeness. To be fair,
Well,
when he turns round.
yeah. There's just like it missing the titty eyes. You know the ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always love that line from Barrett, like Cloud like looks in and has a meltdown, and then Barrett just takes a glance and he's like, "Where's its fucking head?" Unfazed.
Yeah.
So we've got Strife dealing with poison here. Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter. He's got grenades.
Doesn't matter.
Nothing matters when you've got
got
grenades.
2 limits locked in as well.
Wow. He's not even going to bother going for that enemy skill and materia, I imagine. Doesn't even need it. I noticed that Strife's aim has got much smoother polygons and edges. I'm wondering if that's something that we could maybe look at disqualifying him for.
Oh yeah, he's probably got like mods installed that make the game so much easier.
Yeah, anti-aliasing and things like that, which obviously gives you a massive advantage.
Oh yeah, we might have to forfeit him on that actually.
Yeah, I think it's only fair.
Pretty much any moment where Markman speaks, because the conceit is that Markman is an AI created to play games. So the joke was that he's actually, everything that comes out of his mouth is just a torrent of just childishness. Just like the real Markman.
I could tell like it was him from the beginning. Just sounds just like that's what he's like in my chat all the time.
I should have actually done a Control F to see how many M9s are in this script. There are quite a lot of them. Here we go. The gang are getting trotted out in front of President Shinra. This is a largely unskippable cutscene where Strife will be hammering circle or X as fast as he can to get through the messages.
Yeah, I'll be hammering circle.
Welcome in, Nemesis. Who's winning? Currently, Strife is in the lead by, I would say, a consistent 5 to 7 minutes. Decky has been strong, though. I feel like if Decky had got the skip, the 7th Heaven skip, it would be a lot closer, a lot closer.
Yeah, Decky's definitely put a strong performance in, but I think Strife so far has just had too much expertise.
I think it harkens back to our race last week. I think if you are doing extra things that the other person doesn't have to do, at the end of the day, you can't really recover from that unless your opponent has an awful time. And, most of us have practiced enough to not have an awful time. So, at this point, I can't remember the last time that HandsomeStrife saved. So it might have even been Wall Market. But at this point, I don't think anything can really happen. I think maybe it's possible he could die against Rufus, because that is just Cloud on Rufus. But even then, I think
it is a tough fight.
Yeah, but I think they've got a system to make sure that it's kind of removes all of the luck from the equation.
It's difficult to judge because I think generally this is not a difficult game, but in the circumstances that our races are in, with the limited levels, the limited resources, there could be a surprise.
Totally. Yeah.
I think Rufus is a good one to call.
Yeah, it could change there, because I think at that point, I can't remember where Strife last saved, but if Strife doesn't save between there and then, that would literally be it. He would be cooked, unless Deck had a similar awful incident happen. But I do want to say thank you to Fish manning the Wheel of Struggle account, saying, "Gallops, if you're slower than the other person, you're probably going to lose." I'm right.
Oh wait, that's not a bot. That's actually Fish.
Yeah, that is actually Fish. I hope the risotto wasn't too burnt. Thank you again. Fish, for your wonderful sacrifice.
Thank you, Fish.
We've got a twist coming up quite soon, actually. So HandsomeStrife is at the point where Cloud wakes up and discovers that the front door to his cell is open. Now, a lot of you will be thinking that President Shinra, who has taken the role of President Fishman in this edit of the game, that is who Fish's character is. But you're about to find out something that twists the whole thing on his head.
Oh my god. It was fine and amazing, the risotto. That's
fantastic. It sounds a lot more successful than this stream.
Possible. We've got Octo on Deccy's screen. He's trying to recover his precious sample.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk. I think I was hungry at this point because he talks a lot about Greg's and pastries and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I was just hungry. But yeah, a trail of carnage left by the game's central antagonist, Sephiroth. Strawberry jam everywhere.
Strawberry jam. It's so sticky. That's the problem. It can be a pain to get off.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you can get random battles on this blood trail.
Blood?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, strawberry jam. Strawberry jam.
Oh.
We have to say it's jam for Twitch TOS.
Yeah, so that we can be like broadcast to all demographics.
Exactly. Having said that, floor 69, baby.
Oh yeah. And the kids are just like, what does that mean? Doesn't matter.
Does not matter. Yeah, just don't worry about it. You'll learn about it when you're older.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but President Fishman is dead. Who did it? The leader of WoS is dead. Who did this? It's the God Gamer's sword. Now what are the council going to do? Oh look, it's Tate's.
Why is Tater here? Is Tater the God Gamer? That doesn't make any sense.
I got a couple digs in here at Tate's. Tate's only races at games that he's really good at, which is annoying.
Strife is like leaving it on a little bit longer than he needs to, just to see what's being said.
I wonder if he's got an inkling that maybe he is ahead by a significant margin.
I don't know. Or maybe he's too
invested in the gripping narrative I've constructed.
Yeah. Forget about the race.
I'm a bell end.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is Kythius. Kythius has joined the stream. So you thought President Fishman was Kythius, but no, that was Kythius' father.
What?
Yep, what a twist.
It's got Kythius mannerisms, I feel like, as well, without having ever met Kythius.
It's the hair as well. He's a dreamboat. Yeah. The hair is...
It's uncanny.
Yeah. It was Ruffle. Kramit. I don't want to get in trouble. Anyway, Cloud's decided at this point that he wants to fight Rufus by himself, so everyone needs to fuck off. And this is the point where the party splits. And we have two bosses. We have the robot on the elevator, followed by Rufus versus Cloud.
He's just getting to that cutscene.
Yep, he's about to find the shocking twist. Well, no, actually, yeah. He's got to get told off by President first and put in his jail cell. I think here it's a bit easier to tell how far apart the races are because of that. There's so many plot elements happening at once, so many developments over the course of just a few minutes.
some of them happening on the same scene, so I got tripped up there myself. Like that particular bit.
And let me tell you,
we were later on.
when you're editing the script, those screens are the same screens, so you have to know, oh, okay, there's a cutscene here that I'm editing, but also there's a cutscene here later that I need to edit.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Anyway, Strife is here. Strife is in the boss fight. The thing I remember about this boss is that you can't actually like directly attack it unless you've got like a long range attack.
Yeah,
so
that's correct.
The remake has exactly the same story, Nemesis. Yes, I've copied it verbatim. Mr. Matt, meanwhile, is fighting with the bot. Yep, the race is definitely on Saturday. Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, we've got a race coming up between Wugger, Wraithgal, and Kylorian. They're going to be playing A Link to the Past, and you're going to be commentated by myself and Quantum P1, who joins me here today. And then, hello. And Sunday, you're going to be racing yourself, sir. Would you like to tell the gang about
against
that?
myself? But I've got no chance against me.
Well, you are all player ones at once, right?
I suppose so. I'm every player one, and every player one is also everyone else as well. It gets a bit meta, but yeah, I'm going to be racing against the great 16-bit a shoot 'em up called Apache. I think that's at 3 o'clock.
Yes, I believe it is. I believe it's 3 o'clock.
Well, that's going to be exciting because we're trying to do it in 1 credit, and it's a bullet hell. So there's lots of little tiny dots all over the screen, and there's only like 1 or 2 pixels across the entire screen that are safe to be on.
It's going to be fraught with tension.
Yeah, and it's up to you, Garlips, to decide who's got further on in that tension.
I will try my best. Given how today's stream is going, it can only improve from here.
Hey, it's you know what, we had some trouble at the beginning, but it's been a great race, and it's still a great race, and we've had a great show today.
I couldn't agree more. Absolutely. Strife is on the second phase of this boss now, so it shouldn't take too much longer. I mean, unless he runs out of grenades, then I mean, what the fuck's he gonna do?
I honestly don't know what he would do, because I think at this point he's practiced having grenades so much, he probably doesn't remember how you play the game normally.
Yeah.
So that could be a twist.
I want to meet up with him again in real life and throw an orange at him, and he catches it and then immediately throws it at the nearest enemy and realizes that it's not a grenade, and he just cries a single tear.
It all seemed so real.
And now we're back to Cloud fighting against Rufus. So I can't remember. Does we're just changing the battle mode. That's literally it. Does Strife have a lot of IRL enemies? No, I think he's killed them all.
And now it's the Rufus battle.
Here we go. Watch out for the blue cat.
Is it a cat or a dog?
This is an issue of contention. I call it a dog in the script, or I think I wrote cat dog, or I can't remember. Anyway, it's dead. It's dead.
It's dead. It doesn't matter. Never mind. But I have the same question about Red 13.
Yeah. No, in the script today, I've also called him a cat dog, and several times I referred to him as Klonoa as well, because Klonoa is another famous kind of cat dog boy thing.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't aware of that.
But you should totally go and watch the race from 2 weeks ago where I lost.
I mean, I did. I was watching it at the time, but I guess...
Oh, you didn't realize he was a cat dog boy thing?
Maybe not. Maybe I missed that bit. Or those
Fair
bits.
enough.
But it was a great race and a great performance from Ads as well.
Oh, yeah, tremendous. I mean, I can't say enough about how skilled Ads is at that game, and not just because I was defeated by her. Like, she knows that game back to front. You
know, there's no when you get outplayed by a brilliant opponent, there's no I feel like it really helps you to deal with it because it's kind of like
Absolutely.
you respect the talent.
Totally.
I'm sure I'll be saying the same about 16-bit on Sunday.
I think it's anyone's race on Sunday. It's going to be very exciting for me and Tater to commentate it.
Oh, we got Tater on board, have we? Yeah,
We
that'll
do.
be interesting.
Yeah. No joke, Gollips. What's your season 2 record so far? Win 1, loss 1, loss 1. So a 33.3% recurring win rate.
One hell of a race. Speaking of hell of a race, look at the screen.
Yeah.
They're racing.
We are. Oh, there might have been some sneaky little hints in there, but we won't pass so fast. We're about to head into the next minigame, the final minigame of today's race.
They can't skip the FMV, can they?
I don't believe so, no.
Oh, we get to see Tifa.
Oh, yes. Oh,
my God.
There she goes.
Look how big Barrett's shoes are. You know what they say, don't you? Oh, my God.
Oh, yes. Hello. Sorry. It's,
So
it's very
we're so
uncouth of
immature.
us. Yeah.
We're meant to be grown men.
I'd like to quote myself from earlier on, bum bum poo poo, haha.
Okay, well, I'm supposed to be a grown man.
But yes, this is cool as hell, like, section of the game.
Yeah, it really is.
We're just normal men. We're just innocent men. Here we go. Strife's ready to cut up the tarmac. I think there's something to do in this game where basically you try and maintain a position so that the enemies that spawn can't get to the truck or something.
It's cheap as hell, but apparently, yeah, you can get in the middle, and if 3 come from behind you, then no more will spawn, and they won't approach you if they're all red.
Yeah.
So see, that orange one approaches, and that's messed the plan up now.
Yeah.
But if they're all red, they won't approach.
I'd just like to say that Tater84 in the chat has said, Garlips, did you put Season 7 games in the text? I've put clues and red herrings in the text. You won't know what's true.
Ooh. I'm not going to even try and figure it out because last time that you know you had quite a few people unraveling threads and they were getting somewhere, and I never at any point understood what the hell was going on.
That's fair.
I'm just going to leave it to the experts, and hopefully we'll get a list at some point.
That's fair enough. Well, yeah, I'm actually not. I've been moved across the business from the ball tickling department. I'm not really involved with the ball tickling this time around, so I look forward to seeing what it. Well, that's very kind of you to say.
You weren't supposed to get to climax.
Yeah, just too good at it.
Yeah, okay.
But
Which departments have you been moved to, or are you allowed to say?
I don't know if I should say that. I mean, I have.
Okay.
I'm involved. I'm a lot more hands-on with testing time.
Testes.
Testes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I thought same thing, isn't it? So it's like a sideways move.
Yeah. Lateral. It's not really promotion.
Yeah.
It's not really demotion. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like a changing of the phrasing.
How much more of this is like? I remember when the camera angle changes. There's not much left. Because then the big, yeah. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. So Strife is coming up on the end of the game here. He's only got to beat one boss, which is Motorball, and then hammer his way through to the world map screen and done. So I think unless something major happens here, we're going to be seeing a victory for HandsomeStrife. testes 1 2 3. Love that. Thank you, Cake.
It's going to take a big mistake, the kind of mistake at this point for Strife that would start the whole thing again. It's going to take something like that, or otherwise he's got it in the bag.
Yeah, I mean, again, I've been following the practice of these two exceptional gentlemen, but like I've not been paying attention to the minutia, so I don't know when these battles, like if there's a propensity or even like a possibility for it to become a nightmare scenario, because it feels like it's all calculated with the whole grenade thing. I mean, obviously here there is some. He's using bolt magic, so there is like some difference here in approach that RNG might influence. But I think ultimately, he's probably got some kind of scenario where if one person starts to get too low on their health or something, they do a heal or something.
Yeah, I mean the twin burner can be a tricky move that you've got to keep your eye on, but I think he's got enough heals. He's got his limits. I think he's probably prepared for that scenario.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Meanwhile, to take nothing away from Dec is fighting against Rufus. He's about to kill the cat.
Dog.
Boom. Oh, it's not dead yet.
Wow.
Rude.
Symbolic.
Oh,
and he
what a
misses
miss.
The second hit.
Don't worry, grenade will do it. Grenade's the best.
Yeah. I don't know why he done a limit break when he's got grenades.
Well, yeah. And there we go. Strife is on the home stretch now. I don't think anything can stop him short of a game freeze.
Which we'd hate to wish for that.
We'd hate to see it, but I mean, it would be funny, wouldn't it?
It would be quite hilarious.
Meanwhile, Dec has beaten Rufus, aka Kythius, so he's off on his chopper.
Yep, see you later, fish. Back to your risotto, mate.
StruggleR was the goofs. StruggleR was the goofs we made along the way.
Oh, I love this.
Eris again, kind of waxing lyrical about the fact she needs to die immediately. And here we are. This is the penultimate screen. Once we're off this screen, that is time, that is victory. So I hope Fish is waiting by on the timer. Although it doesn't matter if you don't pause, because I guess it gives a time for Dec as well. So no necessary need to pause the timer here, but we are coming up to time for Strife. Oh, he chose to keep the race going? No, he chose to end it. And
I feel like I'm seeing the text for the first time.
Barrett says, "This is the end of the demo. Please buy the full version of Final Fantasy VII." He's got to make a party.
Well, I think Decky just mentioned something about Billy Bragg, or Decky's Barrett.
Oh, I think he said something like, "I'm Billy Barrett Big Bollocks" or something. I don't know. I was scraping. The bottom of the barrel was subterranean at the point.
And there it is.
There it is. And Decky coming into the motorbike sequence, so really not that far behind.
It's not far at all.
Let's call in with HandsomeStrife and let him know. HandsomeStrife.
Hello.
Where did it all go wrong?
Everywhere.
What happened, mate?
It went wrong, and I forgot to put it into active mode. What the fuck?
What, really? Well, that explains what's happened today.
Yeah.
We were really worried when you did a different move than grenade. So I'm so glad that you then followed up with a grenade, because we were really worried that you didn't have enough grenades.
Oh yeah. Grenade's top tier magic spell.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. It's like, it's grenade is your ultimate, effectively.
Well, it is our distinct pleasure to let you know that you are first, my friend. You have won this race.
Huzzah!
DeccyF is literally just beginning the motorcycle minigame right now.
Oh, cool.
So very close. And honestly, if he had decided to do Sector 7 skip, Seventh Heaven skip, it would have been a very, very close race.
Yeah, I think so. Especially because I missed the Barrett skip at the end there. So that was an extra minute of just going through dialogue boxes and then having to select my party. So I'm hopefully Deck will get it, and then you'll be able to see it. So that'll be good.
It's been a really close race the whole time, but you have pretty much led from the go, and that lead then increased once Deck didn't do the Heaven skip, but he did get Guard skip first time. So
hey, nice, well done. I literally practiced. Sorry, go on, Keith.
So I was just going to say, like, you were ahead for basically the whole race, but he was definitely gaining at certain points. So I don't know the specifics, but yeah, it was not a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, the guard skip thing. I haven't had the time really to practice since like my last stream on last Thursday, and I literally practiced guard skip 3 times today and messed it up every single time. And so when I went into it in the race, I was like, "Oh God, I'm so like," and I was proper nervous about it. And then
it's already finicky, and then you're piling on that extra pressure. Yeah.
So that was kind of annoying. But I got the jump first time, so that guaranteed my win according to you guys. So
yeah, I mean it was a very impressive jump.
Thank you. Yeah, all in, I missed through a grenade at one point, but yeah, otherwise it was fairly all right. I think not the best, but what was the time? Do we know?
I do not know that because I cannot see the stream.
That's fair.
But given when we started,
about 141.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the region of 140.
140.
I think my PB is around 140. Actually.
138 apparently.
Around 138. Wow. Okay, that is my PB then.
Fantastic.
So Decky's just getting to the multiple fight, isn't it?
Yeah, he's about to fight multiple. I hope he's got grenades.
He should have lots of grenades. he all being well. So multiple can wipe you in the fight, which I was dreading.
Well, we were going to ask, out of interest, we saw you drop your first save in market, but have you saved since then? Because we weren't sure.
Yeah, I saved before the multiple fight.
Okay, fair enough. Because we were saying at that point, basically, you would have to have a nightmare on that for Deck to stand a chance to catch up.
Yeah, if I wiped on Motable, we'd be a lot closer right now. But yeah, you have to. It's a weird thing with Motable because you need to damage it a certain amount. And if you over damage it, it can do like a spinning fire attack, which can pretty much wipe out your entire party.
Yeah. Yeah, Quantum was talking about that. Is that the Twin Flame or whatever it's called?
It's not just the flame one. He literally fires forward and spins around as well.
Oh, okay.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've been a victim of that. I feel like.
Yeah, and that will properly wipe your party. But Deck's done the right thing and he's got into the back row. I messed mine up, so I was in the front row, which meant I was taking more damage because I'm a silly goose. But so right here where he stands up, you're meant to bolt him. Sorry, you were meant to like wait to like attack him with grenades and things, just on the off chance that he does do that. And then you can jam limits him. But it looks like Deck got it fine.
Very nice. Yeah, he's just got a few screens down. He'll be finished. Eris is gonna wax lyrical about how she really should die immediately.
You monster. Can't
be honest, Strife,
it must have been like this.
It must have been tempting to read the text rather than skip it at times.
There were some times that I let the text run out. Like, I hope you appreciated that I talked to Jesse on the way up the stairs, which I didn't have to do. But I was like, I want to see what he's made Jesse say.
Very much appreciated. You let some of Palmer's dialogue play properly as well.
Yeah.
AKA Tater.
Yeah, there are some that I just kind of didn't spam through just because I was being a bit cautious. I think this might be a PB for Deck as well, actually. Well, again, I don't know when the time started, so. Oh, he didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the skip. No, he hasn't got the skip.
ITO. You've got to say that though, haven't you? When you're about to leave, so you've got to at least go right and slap the D. It's
exactly.
You've got to.
It's that gritty, realistic dialogue.
Yeah, you've really captured the essence.
I suppose I missed all the dialogue as well from
Sausage
from
Fest,
the Nibelheim scene.
the Bellends Club. He picked all men,
Okay.
so you get an extra little dialogue there.
The Balance Club. Nice.
And that's that for Deck. He's completed the race. Well done. So what we'll do is we'll unmute him, but if you want to stay quiet for just a little bit, Strife, we'll play.
Yeah, sure.
All right. DeccyF.
Decky?
Oh, my heart still. Ugh.
Absolutely
Oh my God.
phenomenal run, my friend. You did so well.
Thank you.
How do you feel you did?
Unless Strife made a boo-boo, which I doubt, I'm probably 10 minutes behind him, and then you let me finish.
Well, I can confirm.
That is true.
Not quite, actually. So you are unfortunately in second place,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I would put the gap at more to 5 to 7 minutes max, nowhere near 10. You've actually closed the gap quite considerably since you didn't get 7th Heaven skip. You got a couple of skips that HandsomeStrife did. HandsomeStrife, you're there. You can talk now.
Hello, I'm here.
GG's, dude.
GG's, man. Yeah, I didn't. I had guard skip. Took me 2 tries.
He's got to celebrate. It's fine. Understandable.
2 tries. Sorry, I wasn't laughing at you, Strife. No, 2 tries? Wow.
No, yeah.
Too bad. Did you get Jesse skip?
Yeah, I got Jesse.
Oh, I fucked up on that one.
I hit all the skips, but guard skip I fucked up on the first try. I think because I messed it up so much in my practice, like today. I went into that bit super nervous,
Yeah.
and I forgot to hold down a button.
Oh no, I did that earlier today in practice, and I was just kind of like, "Why is
Yeah.
Cloud facing the opposite way now? What?"
Yeah.
Yeah. But no,
Well,
GG's.
Yeah, absolutely incredible to watch both of you. I mean, honestly, you were neck and neck the whole way. It's only that the fact that you didn't get that 7th Heaven skip that really kind of made it more of a gap. But even then, I think you'll be surprised when you watch it back just how close it was. You know, there were times where we would talk to Strife, and then immediately the point we were talking to Strife at was where Deck was when we would talk to Deck, and we'd only been talking to Strife for about 2 or 3 minutes, or maybe up to 5. So it was really close.
That's what I wanted in the end. But if I could win from him fucking up, it still wouldn't be as good as if I won on my own volition type thing. But to give him what for and make him a little bit nervous is pretty much the aim of my run today.
That's fair. Although we do have an expert in the chat. Name's Taylor84 that says apparently you were shit.
Of course.
Expert.
Oh, just a heads up, Taylor. Your words don't mean anything to me now. You're Palmer from the game.
Oh.
The thing is, Taylor doesn't play the game, so he doesn't even know how bad it is that he.
Yeah,
is.
that's true.
Blissful ignorance.
Yeah. But absolutely incredible race, and clearly the hours of practice that you both put in really paid off because it was a masterclass from start to finish. We really enjoyed. I mean, apart from rinsing you guys about your grenade usage, it was just you understand. But apart from that, it was absolute joy to behold. So you've done both done yourselves proud today.
What was my time in the end? Did we have that, or was Fish still disappeared?
So I don't know what the time was because I can't see the stream, but Strife got a 1:38, we believe, and I would put you at about a 1:42 or a 1:43 based on that.
I'm happy
Well,
with
his
that.
was.
That's good.
I think. Well, it's. Yeah, I
that's
don't
fine,
know. like because the timer on screen deck was started late, I think.
Oh, okay, fair. That's fine. Either way, I mean, we had a couple of minutes. That sub 150 is grand.
Yeah.
Which you both got today.
That's awesome.
Fantastic. Well, I hope that the powers that be can transition us to a glorious podium that has been constructed previous to now. Unfortunately, whenever I make the OBS scenes, I have to choose someone that I think is going to win, because that way, like, it's less work. So unfortunately, that remains. I did have HandsomeStrife as the favourite. So nothing needs to change on the screen.
How could you?
I know, but I mean, I can be wrong. Last two races, very wrong.
No comment.
Yeah, I reckon if you had done seventh heaven skip deck, we would have probably been pretty close.
It freaked me out, like when you mentioned it to me the other day, and I was just kind of like, oh, I'm losing 1500 gil. Okay, that's a lot of grenades I don't have now. And then it just got in my head. I was like, gotta be safe. And then it was just the hope that maybe you accidentally soft locked, at Wall Market, or you had a bad motorball or something like that, and then
I did a safety save in Wall Market.
Oh, you did safety save at Wall Market? Oh,
yeah.
Because
I took two attempts to do guard skip. I was like, nah, I'm gonna safety save.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Nice.
I was a safety save before motorball.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that was always going to be the thing.
Yeah.
Incredible. Well, okay. Congratulations, Strife. Commiserations, Deck. But you both did yourself proud today. And chat are wondering, Deck, you fight up for your next race now, which I believe is the Advanced Wars 2 race.
Oh, yeah. What about? Sorry,
sound more enthusiastic about it.
Fired up, and you went.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, all the nerves from today is just kind of going oof out of me. So my body's just kind of limp, and my brain's just kind of going ugh. But no, I'm hoping to finish second on that race.
I was going to say, it sounds like you're juicing on Marco right now, my friend. Are you? You okay?
Today's been intense, and there's no disrespect to Strife. He's other races that I might have and have had, because he's my cousin. There was just a little bit more rivalry, and we grew up with this game together. So I've been sitting there just kind of meditating and just kind of getting in my head about I need to beat him. So it's been a bit of a day.
That's absolutely you're sleep of champions tonight, both of you.
Yeah, defo.
Okay, so I believe if the wonderful Fishman can transition us to the next screen, I've got a bunch of races coming up that I can tell you about. I'm gonna have to do them off the top of my noggin, but I think I can do that. Oh, hang on, I can just get the race calendar open. That would be even easier. Has he done it?
Added permitted term whores.
Fantastic. Yes, we've got more races coming up. So this was unfortunately the last race of January. We only managed to fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 races into January. Rubbish. Let's try much harder. How about in February we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 races? Oh boy.
Hey.
Starting with Saturday, we're going to be racing A Link to the Past. That's any percent. I believe it's no major glitches, but I'm not entirely sure. Don't worry, I'll read up before the day to find out. I'm going to be joined with Quantum P1 as Kylo, Wugger, and Rafegal race that game. Then on Sunday, hello, I'm just getting to you, sir, because you are a fixture of February. Let's take
I'm like half the calendar. Sorry about that.
Everyone.
Yep. So you're racing 16-bit at Dodonpachi on Sunday afternoon. And then a week from then, you're going to be... almost a week from then. Hang on. Yeah, almost a week from then, you're going to be racing Little Ralph with Hextree. A week after that, you're going to be racing Kramit with Portal.
Yes, indeed.
Did you factor in practice time? Because I didn't do that in Season 1.
No, but I'm gonna try my best. On every opponent's gonna get the utmost respect, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Absolutely, one at a time, and you'll knock them all down. Absolutely.
Hopefully, it'd be nice.
You're definitely going to win this one. Disney's action game starring Hercules. You're up against Mr. Internet. Thus, I don't want to use the word cakewalk, but he can quote me on that.
Well, you know, Mr. Matt, you might think that, but I think if any game is a game that he's going to be an expert at, it's going to be Disney's action game starring Hercules.
I've never seen him play it, so to be fair, he is an unknown quantity. I just don't know.
It's just right in his wheelhouse, I reckon.
Yeah.
I am fascinated to watch that speedrun. Like,
it's a great game. I played it offline recently after Q streamed it, and I was just like, wow, this game's actually really fun.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember playing it as a kid, but
yeah, it is good. Got some good animation.
God, you can buy it on Steam.
Can you?
Yeah.
What? Oh, I acquired it the other legal method.
There you go. Also coming up, we've got Super Metroid Zelda 3 Randomizer, which is a absolutely crazy race where 2 games have been smushed together, and that's going to be DMAC versus Markman versus Kylo. And I'm going to be practicing a couple of those practice seeds that I generate for the folks there, and I'm also going to be generating the race seed way ahead of time, so I'm going to have a lot of time to play through it and find out all the bits and pieces and where things are, so that's going to be a really good race to commentate. The day after, we've got an Advance Wars 2 race between Floof, Deck, and Kythius. They're going to be playing the War Room, and I think it's basically how many victories that you get total across the time. I'm going to be with Hex for that, and I'm so glad because Hex is the expert where that's concerned. I think I played Advance Wars a couple of times in my life, total.
It is really fun. But
yeah. I remember enjoying it, but I'm going to be the light relief that day. Then finishing up February, we've got the Trials race that's coming up versus NBZ, myself, Kythius, and Wugger. And then heading into March, we have got 3 races. Now, I'm not playing favorites, but I feel like these last 3 are definitely the season finale, so to speak. So please do look forward to these. We've got Chained Together. Myself, Tates, and Deck are going to be playing that, a game that's all about cooperation and teamwork. So, of course, we will be against each other. Then we've got the Bad Run Club race. That's going to be Thursday, the 13th of March. Really look forward to that. It's going to be chaotic as fuck. Myself and HandsomeStrife are devising a system for a wheel will come down. The games will be spun mid-race. It's going to be an absolute fucking technical nightmare. But I am going to be sat at my own home PC to do that. So hopefully a bit smoother than today, despite that. And then the final race, the finale of the season. Myself and NBZ, we will be hosting essentially a blind or first playthrough race of 2 games, and Floof, Deck, Ads, and ELB have signed up for that one, and it will be games that none of them have played, and they will have to face them for the very first time in the arena of competitive gameplay, which is very interesting, and not at all like Tate, who likes to play games 100 million times and practice them before he races. So.
I'm actually excited about the blind game.
Yeah, because everyone's an unknown quantity, right? So it'll be really exciting.
Or underdogs or anything, everyone's just going to go at it.
Exactly. So that's what's coming up on StruggleR. Please do look forward to it. It's an absolutely mammoth schedule, but it's an embarrassment of riches, and every single race in there I'm excited about and can't wait to see. So do look forward to those. I think at this point now we should probably hand over to our racers for their shout outs and what have you. So I, of course, as customary, with the victor, HandsomeStrife, would you like to shout yourself out? No.
Oh, I muted myself. That's clever. I was like, oh, I'm on mute. Let me unmute and reverse. Anyway, hello, I'm HandsomeStrife. If you like Final Fantasy VII, well, I'm running a shit ton of it this year. So please feel free to stop on by. Also, visit streamchatai.com for your own AI assistant on your streams. There you go. I've got the plug in because Tate is in chat and he will shout at me if I don't fucking.
That's right, I'm going to plug it as well.
Oh yeah, Deck's got to plug it as well. Yeah. But yeah, no, thank you for having me, guys. Thank you very much, Garlips and Quantum. I'm looking forward to watching this back and seeing your commentary. Yeah, it was a good race. It was good fun. I know I could have done better, so I'm annoyed. But hey, it is what it is. You roll with the punches.
You absolutely.
And shout out to DeccyF, obviously.
DeccyF. I mean, would you like to shout yourself out or HandsomeStrife as well?
I was going to say, like, what a great race it was. So, yeah, shout out to HandsomeStrife. There's a few things he's
Good.
missed. Bad Run Club.
Oh yeah.
And other bits and bobs that he does on the side. But yeah, me, you can catch me on Twitch. I don't stream much at the moment, but I'm hoping to stream more soon. Wheel of Struggle, you're all here for it. We all know about it. If you don't join it, and shout out to Garlips and Quantum for hosting a quality race. Despite some hiccups at the beginning, we still got through it in the end. So, GG's, guys.
Absolutely.
Oh yes, MVP, Kythius, thank you so much.
Oh, I need to push, yeah.
Yeah.
Deus Ex Machina, the god in the machine, making sure that everything behaves as it should. I've been joined by the absolutely astoundingly articulate and well thought out Quantum P1. Please do shout yourself out.
Thank you very much, mate. It's been a pleasure to be here. I am a Twitch streamer who tries to make entertainment that people can all enjoy. I fail at it, but I do try, and that's what matters. Just twitch.tv/quantum_P1. Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's been an absolute delight.
I think we should do it again. Maybe on Saturday?
Wait there. Saturday. You know what? Saturday's good for me.
Excellent. Thank you so much for
date.
being here.
My pleasure.
I'm Garlips. You know who I am. Twitch.tv/Garlips. StruggleR is an absolutely wonderful project to work on. It's only the thing that it is because people not only dream up these races, but also get people to agree to race them and then practice, put in hours of practice on their own streams, no less, most of the time. So we really appreciate all the effort that you go to. Thank you, everyone who brings this project together. I would not be able to do it by myself. So everyone, give yourself a pat on the back. And yes, we will catch you in the next one. So please do feel free to go back and watch the VOD at 0.25 speed and enjoy the dialogue. And yes, we will have the VOD for you very soon on YouTube. In fact, you might even be watching it right now. So that's cool.
Sweet.
Very cool.
Mm.
Penis and balls.
Penis and balls. That is what motorball is.
Yeah.